What's up, everybody? What's up? Valhalla Sports Talk is on the air. Vikings versus Lions. First place in the NFC North on the line. And Valhalla Sports Talk wants to welcome you and yours to the party. All right, I will not appear on camera for this game. I will not be able to see the game, only the highlights on Red Zone. But it'll be a good time. I'll bring in the game audio from the Minnesota announcers. Shout out to No BS, Jorge Gomez, Elishiva Jones, Ashton G, and Sarah Small. This is a 10 o'clock start. 10 o'clock start on Fox for those of you that get it in your area. And for those of you watching on Sunday Ticket. Lions 4-1, 2-0 away from home. Travel to Minnesota to take on the Vikings, 5-0, 3-0 at home. All right, let's take a look, y'all. Let's take a look on your screen here. This is the current game line for today's contest. The Vikings favored by 1.5, plus 125 on the money line. Detroit plus 106. So pretty much a pick 'em. Over and under is 50. 50 is the over under. To the left of my avatar there, you have the team stats, per game team stats for both Detroit and Minnesota. Pretty even. Minnesota averages 227 passing yards per game. The Lions, 274.6. Rushing yards per game, 115 to 157. Points per game, 27 to 30. Points allowed, 15 to 18. Detroit has 18 touchdowns this year to Minnesota's 16. Scoring efficiency about even. The third down efficiency about even as well. Minnesota's opportunistic defense, 11 interceptions to 7. And they've got 20 sacks to the Lions' 15. This is, as I mentioned, a battle for the NFC North. Minnesota currently leads the division with a 5-0 record, followed by Detroit at 4-1, Green Bay at 4-2, Chicago at 4-2. So the winner of this game would be in first place based on tiebreakers, based on the head-to-head tiebreaker. Matchup predictor, according to ESPN Analytics, gives the Lions a 56% chance at victory compared to the Vikings' 44%. This game will take place at the roofed U.S. Bank Stadium, Minneapolis, Minnesota, 54 degrees, partly cloudy outside. What's up, Fig? Elishiva? Dab Dave? What's that dance called? That's the AI dance. That is my AI dance. All right, we got about 15 minutes to dynamic kickoff. 15 minutes. So let's take this to the pregame show. All right, leading passers for these two teams, Sam Darnold, 18 for 137, 1,111 yards, 11 touchdowns, 4 picks. Jared Goff, 1,061 yards, 106 for 149. Read that wrong. 1,330 is the yards through the air for Goff, 8 touchdowns, 4 picks. Rushing leaders, Montgomery leads the Lions, 75 carries, 351 yards, and 6 touchdowns. Aaron Jones, who is active for today's game, 71 carries, 350 yards, and a touchdown. The Vikings will look to utilize their newly acquired running back, Cam Akers, who's reunited with the team after a short time away. Receiving yards, Williams leads Detroit, 16 receptions, 365 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Justin Jefferson leads the Vikes, 26 receptions, 450 yards, and 4 tutties. Viking Jerome in the house. What's up, Viking Jerome? Let's see if we got any audio going on here.
I think they can do a little bit of it all. So they kind of throw it a little bit at all. So you got to be ready for everything, which kind of loosens up some defenses and they're able to, get a lot of chunk plays in the run game. But, it's definitely going to be a challenge. But that's something that, we have to accept and go out and, be a physical outfit too, which I think we are. So we're just going to, try to exceed that physicality. And that's where I come in. And that's why I'm here, to be a physical guy up front and, and try to knock that part out.
You have guys like Ivan Pace standing behind you. How do you guys work together? Explain that linebacker D lineman kind of relationship for the listener.
It's really good, man. We try to play on the string. We try to go through the week with great communication. I think defense played.
What's up, Vontae Johnson? Welcome to the stream. Excalibur Force in the house. How about them Texans? Vikings connection.
Letting us understand exactly
Devin Agnes in the house.
Because as y'all see, we do a ton. So we have to have elite communication. And all the guys that has our green guys or our guys that's communicating all the way from safety down where Harry makes some things shake too. So, it's just the communication that we have to be really good at during the week to be prepared to do all the different things that we do.
In this Lions offense.
So double header here on Valhalla Sports Talk today. We've got Vikings Lions in the morning, and then tonight, Game 6, Dodgers versus Mets.
For us, it's just, attack. We see ourselves as an attack defense. So you just want to attack early, come out hot, man, and try to make it tough for him. He is a good quarterback. When he gets hot, he's hot. We understand that, credit due to, what they've been doing on the offense side of the ball. So we just got to come out and do what we've been doing on the defense side of the ball, and I think we'll have plenty of success.
All right, Jonathan, good luck today, and thank you for spending some time with us.
All right, thank you for having me.
All right. Paul Allen with Vikings head coach Kevin O'Connell is next on the Minnesota Vikings Radio Network.
This truck season, think about all the things you can do in a Chevy truck. You'll be able to, or you can even just, with impressive towing, incredible bed and tailgate functionality, and multiple powertrains, Chevy trucks have what you need to get things done. When you want to do it all, Chevy's got you. Visit ChevyDealOnline.com.
Again, just a review, y'all. I will be watching or listening to this game. I will not be able to watch it. I do not have NFL Sunday ticket this year, but I will be watching the replays on Red Zone.
Because together they're proving day in and day out that there is nothing as powerful as the power of us. Visit usbank.com to get started today. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, copyright 2024 U.S. Bank.
Hello, families. Are you looking for a safe, loving, learning environment for your child? New Horizon Academy is a family-owned child care program that serves families just like yours. Our curriculum is specially designed to meet the educational needs of children ages 6 weeks through school age. We invite you to call or stop into your neighborhood New Horizon Academy to take a tour anytime. Learn more at newhorizonacademy.net. New Horizon Academy. Academy. Where
Tucker
love
Edits in
and
the house,
learning
60-3 Vikes. Let's get some predictions.
The
What's the
Dollar
score
Award
going to be?
has spoken. It's saying,
And who's
when
going to win it,
Vikings
y'all?
score, Vikings fans
Again, the
win.
over-under
This
is on your
season,
screen
if
there.
the
It's
Vikings
50.
score 2 or more touchdowns in a single game, you get a free Big Mac. That's right. When the Vikings score 2 or more touchdowns in a game, get a free Big Mac with a purchase of $2
It's not on
or
TV
more.
here, Viking Jerome. It's not on
Only
TV
in the
here.
McDonald's app. Offer
Here we
valid
got
miles per person
Packers,
the day
Texans,
after
I
the
believe.
Vikings score 2+ touchdowns through 1/31/2025 at participating McDonald's. Excludes tax.
No, here
List
it's
options
Texans,
rewards.
Packers.
Viking
Local.
fans looking to upgrade your wardrobe? This local brand based in St. Paul will become your new go-to. Unreal is the premium athleisure brand that combines comfort, versatility, and style. Crafting elevated apparel that will take you from the office to the gym or the airport to the golf course. Wherever you go, they've got you covered.
28-25.
Shop now at unreal.com and experience the difference yourself.
26-22
That's
Vikings win.
UNRL.com. The best athleisure wear in the game.
From coin flip to final whistle, show your diehard passion for your Minnesota Vikings all season with your favorite purple and gold gear from Shields. Bring your
I'll
best
double
this
check
year,
right
whether
when
you're
it starts,
cheering
y'all,
for
but
the
I'm
US
almost
Stadium
certain
or
that
from
I've
your
got
living
Texans,
room
Packers
with your
as our
favorite
local game.
jerseys, hats, collectibles, and Vikings branded gear from the Shields fan shop. Visit us at your local Shields or Shields.com and
Yeah,
let's
I'm not
cheer
watching
on the
that shit.
Vikings. Shields, proud partner of the Minnesota Vikings. And
I'll watch the
football
Red
fans
Zone.
everywhere.
506 Sports TV map shows Vikings Lions on Fox in Arizona. Well, I'll double check it, man. We've got 7 minutes to go.
It's a Northern Division collision at U.S. Bank Stadium. Today, it's the Minnesota Vikings against the Detroit Lions, and here comes Minnesota Vikings head coach Kevin O'Connell. Your pertinent news with your running back Aaron Jones, questionable during the
You
course
might
of
be
the
right,
week.
man.
And you're going to get Aaron today against the Lions.
You might be right.
What led to all that with the week of practice?
Well, first and foremost, it's Aaron Jones.
And I looked all week for that shit. Never found anything that gave me a definite, but it sure looked like it was going to be Packers. It's Vikings Lions. Let's go.
I think he spent the better part of the last
let's freaking go. Thanks for letting me know.
Right by Tyler Williams' side in that training room and just committed to playing in this game. Looked really, really good late in the week in practice, and we feel great about having him out there today.
And Cam Akers is on the team. The Vikings traded for Cam Akers, if people missed that earlier in the week. And from your days with him with Los Angeles to talking about him in this room game day when the Texans were here a few weeks ago, Cam Akers is on the squad. What do you like about that?
Yeah, tough, physical runner with, he's got great vision and burst. He's really kind of has that skill set that we found to be very beneficial here, which is versatile, does a lot of things really well. He loves football. The guy, you can give it to him 30 times in a game, you can give it to him 5 times in the game. You wouldn't know the difference between the two when you talk to him and how into the game he is. PA, I think he brings a level of grit and toughness to our team. Guy's been through 2 significant
You got to try to bookmark that 506 thing, man.
For one reason and one reason only. And that was that he loves football. So when you add a guy like that to your team in that room with really good feelings towards Ty Chandler.
So on Wednesday is when they put it out, Kubler?
We feel great about that room now moving forward.
And speaking of running, and to the Lions offense, number 70, Dan Skipper, he's an offensive lineman in his 5th year. They use him about 7.5 snaps per game. When they go with that, what are they trying to create?
Well, they're just bringing him in as a if he may be the only tight end on the field that you have to treat him as that. In there, and then they're doing a lot of things out of that. And then, of course, clearly, everybody in the world knows he's part of that goal line package, whether he's the eligible, they bring in, is it Decker, is it Sewell? They do a great job with that stuff. The officials have to be on the screws because they'll test every line in that rule book as far as where guys can be and who's reporting. Our guys have to make sure they understand when they hear the reporting that legally has to be done. We know where he is because they'll throw it out of it. He'll be a blocker in play pass. He'll be a blocker in the run game.
That 506 Sports says Houston Green Bay, bro.
They really legitimize it, which is what makes it so hard.
What I'm looking at.
Kevin mentions the name Decker. Their
Fox early,
Taylor
Detroit,
Decker
Minnesota.
Has caught 2 touchdowns during his career.
Oh, interesting.
Defensively for the Lions, Kevin, what do you expect to change for them today specifically?
All right, well, I bookmarked it now, so
defensive end
Wednesdays when it comes out,
get them first game off that.
Well, let's start here. I think this defense has a lot of really good players on it.
Matt Helmer says, let's go Vikings, let's
young,
go.
Veteran, mix in the back end. I think the linebacking core is a bunch of hard-hitting, fast-flying around kind of players. And then the D-line, they've got a lot of
Lions,
really
and they're all white
now inside, but they've got a lot of active
Vikings
kind of
in their home, purple jerseys,
together.
white pants.
So it's going to be a challenge, but I wouldn't be right not just referencing the fact that I love Aiden Hutchinson. I think he's awesome to watch. I hate the fact that we have to play against him in the division twice every year. But ever since I was watching the game live when it happened, and just absolutely, my heart broke for him. Just that's a guy that loves football every single Sunday, brings it every single snap. You want to compete against guys like that because they make us all better. So to see him go down like that, I know everybody on our team felt the same way. And we're just praying prayers up for him that he makes a fast, quick recovery and he's back as soon as possible.
So defensively, do you expect like maybe with their defensive line or front seven, like hockey line changes, as they kind of parse their way through and feel their way through what works?
Yeah, they've always really rolled those guys outside of 97. You see it's like Gretzky's on the ice and then everybody else is rolling line changes. But we expect to see maybe a little more pressure today. Maybe they decide to, whether it's Campbell, Anzalone, whoever it is, maybe they try to activate that. But if they do that, PA, there's a lot of one-on-one coverage out on the field. If they want to play more coverage, maybe we get an opportunity to get a couple more hitches off and attack more grass.
Lastly, Jared Goff. What are some of the best ways to fluster him?
Well, I think Jared's one of the best pure throwers of the football in our league.
Firefighter Jimmy in the house.
You've got to try to make him uncomfortable. I think what Flo has really built here.
You can only bet 100,000, really firefighter.
And what I try to really talk through with every single week is mental and physical warfare. So what does that mean, PA? We're trying to make it really, really hard pre-snap. Never let you feel comfortable, settled in, and then post-snap it needs to be even harder. That's physical. That's, getting some legal hits on them. Let's move them off the spot. Don't let that big, pretty sucker stand there and just throw it in, in rhythm all day, because when you let him do that, he's one of the best in our league.
Fun one today. Thanks very much for the time. Good luck.
You're the best, PA. Thanks.
Appreciate you. Kevin O'Connell, head coach of the Minnesota Vikings, and I'm Paul Allen. The Boom at noon is around the corner. It's the Vikings and the Lions on the KFA and Minnesota Vikings Radio Network.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End of friendship. Or choose chill because that song
You're right,
lives
Luis
rent-free
Betancourt.
in your
Hope you're
head
right.
anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
You might be right, You might be right.
Pilot Games has teamed up with the Minnesota Vikings to create the Vikings Victory electronic pull tab game. Play in more than 1,700 bars across the state and win up to $1,500 in the Skull bonus game. Pilot Games is the largest charitable gaming provider in the state.
Let me refresh this bad boy.
Community wins. Play Vikings Victory.
One more for good measure.
Victory, your community wins. Play Vikings Victory today.
like
Anywhere
it went
Pilot's
backwards
electronic
there.
pull tabs are offered. Visit pilotgames.com for more information.
If you're in the market for a used vehicle, click on carswapusa.com.
We offer easy financing, complimentary oil change, and if you need it, we can deliver it.
Speaking of carswapusa.com,
chili? There you go.
Hundreds of vehicles from your home.
Fall
if
is
you're
in the
ready
air.
to buy a premium, hand-picked, late model, low mileage used vehicle,
Summer owned.
check out your options at
carswapusa.com. We deliver.
Yeah, I thought I wasn't going to be able to see it, but apparently
CarSwap,
I
your
am.
First stop, CarSwap, a car for everyone.
Showtime, baby.
Just a little bit, not all the way. Skol, everybody! Skol!
Minnesota Vikings football football is on the air all across the Minnesota Vikings radio network. Vikings football is proudly presented by the following broadcast partners: Vizzy Hard Seltzer, your local Northland Ford dealers, Polaris, and by Mystic Lake Casino Hotel. Vikings football is also brought to you by the following.
This is Peter King. Hear me all season long, every Monday night on Let's Go at 6 Eastern on Mad Dog Sports Radio, Channel 82.
Minnesota fans,
Packers
hear what Coach O'Connell and the players have to say after each game on the Vikings channel. 820 on the Sirius XM app. Today, the Purple hope to tame the Lions. Now let's go live to U.S. Bank Stadium to three guys rested and refreshed coming off the bye, along with former Vikings Pete Burcich and Ben Lieber. Here with the call of today's game, the voice of the Vikings, Paul Allen.
Here's our coin. This is heads, tails, and tails.
Clay Martin. Clay Martin.
Tails is the call.
And
it's heads. They're going to defer. You want the ball. Which way are we going to kick? Stay exactly where you're at. Minnesota's won the toss and will defer. Detroit will receive. Good luck, gentlemen.
Well,
let me find $1 million football here, y'all.
The National Football League will get the ball first to take on one of the very best defenses in the National Football League as we welcome you to U.S. Bank Stadium. Out of the bye, the undefeated Minnesota Vikings take on the reigning division champions, the Detroit Lions. There are some things of note with today's game. The best defensive player for the Lions, Aiden Hutchinson, out for the season, broke his leg against Dallas last week. For the Vikings, Blake Cashman, their leading tackler, down with turf toe. Aaron Jones, despite a little injury-related consternation in London, Aaron Jones will play today. If the Minnesota Vikings win, they start 6-0 for the first time since Ben Lieber's 2019.
Let me get synced up, and I'll get you over to the stat page, y'all.
They claim first place in the NFC North and would do so as defending champions. Lions quarterback Jared Goff is attempting to become the first quarterback in NFL history
at the bank.
Have 3 consecutive games with a passer rating of at least 150. The Minnesota Vikings defense leads the NFL in interceptions and opposing quarterback passer rating, which happens to be just 70.3. Lions running back David Montgomery has scored at least 1 touchdown every game this season. Brian Flores, Minnesota Vikings defense, allows 67 rushing yards per game. That's second best in the National Football League. Ben Lieber, Pete Burcich, Paul Allen, on-site producer Chad Abbott, main man Muss here at Scoreboard Central. We are engineered by Jared Wells. David Koob is the statistician and the spotter. Brandon Molesky is the master control supervisor at your flagship FM 100.3 KFAM. Will Reichert lines up for the opening kick and boom! NFC North supremacy is in the air. It's the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions from U.S. Bank Stadium. And here comes Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions. They are averaging 30 points per game, tops in the National Football League. They average 157 rushing yards a game, 4th best in the NFL. They average 23 first downs a game, 2nd best in the National Football League. The Vikings have not allowed a first quarter touchdown all season. Jared Goff, in his 9th year from Cal, goes under center. The center, Chan Hassens, Frank Ragnow. The tailback is David Montgomery. It's first down. It's a toss to Montgomery, and he's tossed to the ground by Jonathan Grenard after he heads to the right side following the blocking of Brock Wright. That'll be a gain of 3, making it 2nd and 7. Brian Flores, Vikings defense, tops in the NFL with 11 interceptions.
Graphic is about a play and a half behind, y'all. It is what it is.
They are the number 1 defense in points scored with 12, couple of Van Ginkel pick sixes. Turnovers, so important today. The Vikings are 22-0 under Kevin O'Connell when pushing or winning the turnover battle on 2nd down. Goff goes out of the shotgun, and he's going to hand it to Montgomery. Flag on the play following Brock Wright, hit at the 35 and stopped at the 37. Here's Clay Martin.
Holding. Offense number 74. 2-yard penalty. 2nd down.
And Pete, what's
holding on the offense
is Coyote Al-Washika. He is the replacement for Kevin Zeitler, who's out.
Yeah, Kevin Zeitler, who's been
You know, they've had
David
a little bit of
Yee.
a merry-go-round up front with Frank Ragnow not being in, and Zeitler was having to move
David
over to
Yee
center.
in the house.
They had a
New
number of
folk.
different guys moving around, but it's awesome that our defensive front is able to take advantage of that. And if there's a weakness to this Lions offense, it's going to be at the right guard position right now.
2nd and 17 out of the penalty. Clay Martin's staff calls the 12th most penalties in the NFL. Goff back to pass. Van Ginkel blitzes. And down goes Jared Goff. Penalty on the play.
Holding, offense number 74. Penalties decline.
And a holding, too.
The old replacement right guard, Peter.
Yeah, there we
couple
go.
of penalties out of the gate.
It was a hold on Ivan Pace, who blitzed up the A-gap. So obviously the Lions were not expecting what they saw out of the Vikings defense. And we had a little man-to-man on the back end of it. That's what you have to do to Jared Goff. Number one is you got to make him throw the football. But number two, you got to make him feel uncomfortable. You have to get at his feet. You have to be in his face and get that timing interrupted on this Lions offense.
3rd and 26 for the Detroit Lions. The Vikings are number 1 in the NFL defensively at 3rd and 7 or longer, giving up first downs 23% of the time. Pass over the middle to David Montgomery. He
Get him.
to the 20, scoots to the 25, drags people to the 30, and he is stopped finally at the 33, 18-yard catch and run by David Montgomery, but far shy of the first down, and Jack Fox heads into punch.
Yeah, it is amazing, Paul, how in an offensive series, if you allow a sack, how much that cuts back on your ability to score touchdowns. And this defense, once again, proves that it can pressure the quarterback and do it in a schematic way to get guys free off the edge. It's just a brilliant job by Flores to come out and throw some things at the Lions that they weren't ready for, and they haven't seen, and it's resulted in some positive plays by the Vikings.
Jack Fox punting to Brandon Powell. Fox passes, you have to be careful. 4 of 5, 61 yards, and they're going to fake a punt. That's what they do. They direct it to the up back, and he's thrown down at the 3-yard line. Matt Daniels, special teams.
Denied.
Sniff that thing out.
Give us that $1 million football.
To Detroit, and the Vikings have great field position.
Paul, this is what we have to do, Rob. We have to punish them and put points on the board. If they want to fake punts on 3rd and 7, it's part of their identity, but they're so risky. If you just play fundamentally sound defense, fundamentally sound special teams, and by the way, Bo Richter making a huge play on that fake punt, just coming down the line of scrimmage, and you can put them behind the 8 ball, which is exactly where their defense is right now.
Sam Darnold goes out of the shotgun, 1st and 10 from the Lions 34. We have no score. Aaron Jones by his side. Justin Jefferson in motion to the right. First pass to JJ. He jukes left, he jukes right, then he's thrown down at the line of scrimmage. It'll be no gain, 2nd and 10. Now, Darnold, the last time we saw him in the London game, with completions, yards, and he had a season low for completions, yards per attempt, and he also threw for 0 touchdowns for the first time this year. He has 11 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Aaron Jones missed 2.5 quarters of that game. He has 2 touchdowns this year, 1 by land and 1 by air. Justin Jefferson, his last 3 against the Lions, averages 185 yards per, and he scored a couple of TDs. 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 from the Lions 34. Addison in motion, handoff, Jones room. Left side across the 30. 25.
Oh, let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Jones has run the Minnesota Vikings to a 6-0 lead.
A beautifully designed play. The Lions are in man-to-man. Jordan Addison motions inside the line of scrimmage or inside the tight end. Lead blocks up, and it collapses the corner. And that's the problem when you play man-to-man, is who has contained. So they lost their contain guy because he's trying to get to the wide receiver that he's covering. Nobody on the outside. Aaron Jones with that great vision bounces it. There's not a Lion there.
Reichard, 16 of 16 on extra points. Snap spot, and it is good. So the Detroit Lions have penalty problems on their first offensive possession. Then they attempt to fake a punt deep in their own territory, and it didn't work.
All right, for those of you fantasy footballers,
strike with an Aaron Jones 34-yard touchdown. It is
See if I can grab
7-0
this.
Minnesota on the Northland Ford dealer scoreboard. 11:43 to go in the first quarter, and this is Minnesota Vikings football.
Nobody covers the National Football League.
They give Mahomes time for the end zone. He throws it. It's caught. Touchdown.
Wow, that's crazy low on
Sirius
commercials,
XM
y'all.
NFL
That's
Radio,
crazy
Channel 88.
loud.
Our team of former players, coaches, and front
Crazy
office
loud on the
executives
commercials.
like Pat Kerwin, Jim Miller, Rich Gannon, Alex Smith, and Hall of Famer Bill Polian brings you closer to the game. If it's happening, we are there. Live from the Scouting Combine in March to the draft in
What's
April.
up, CB?
And in the summer,
CB in the house.
SiriusXM NFL Radio takes you to all 32
What's up, Sheila?
training camps.
Sheila up in here,
We connect you with the history of the game on stage for Hall of Fame weekend. Hear all the primetime play-by-play action from opening night through the Super Bowl.
Spectacular in every way. Confetti flying in the air.
Your 24/7 home for the NFL all year long. SiriusXM NFL Radio Channel 88.
David Medina.
Can make all the difference.
All right, I might just mute the commercials, y'all, because that shit's way too loud. Way too loud.
Spirit. Turn to the message, a channel filled with songs of faith to lift your spirits as the leaves start to fall.
I'll praise you anywhere.
Make sure to vote in today's poll. Who will win, Vikings or Lions? Also, if you got Valhalla Sports Talk points, bet your points between 10 and 100,000. Bet the winner of the game. Choices are Vikings or Lions.
Do you like driving 200 miles per hour in a car with no roof?
Sure do.
Well, then
What's
join
up,
me
alien
and my best friend,
hallucination?
IndyCar driver and 2016 Indy 500 winner Alex Rossi.
That's me.
Twice a week for Off Track with Hinch and Rossi on SiriusXM Podcast Network. All year round, we're talking IndyCar, F1, food, travel, and more with some of the biggest names from on and off the track.
So download Off Track with Hinch and Rossi now.
I'm just going to turn that shit off when it's in a commercial, yo. I'm going to turn it off. Boom, boom, boom. Here we go. Back to this game. Let's go, Vikings 7-0.
Sports Radio, Channel 82.
7-zip Vikings early in the first quarter. Happy Sunday. And there still is time to get out on the water and enjoy the beautiful Minnesota lakes, rivers. Bennington, Godfrey, and Hurricane are the Polaris brands that can get you there.
For D in the house. What's up, Jennifer?
Also, Quick Trip is giving away up to $100,000 in the Vikings opening kickoff. Purchase any
Here we go.
pothole
Let's move
pizza
that $1 million
or 20-ounce
football
Pepsi
over
or Mountain
to
Dew
the
product
Lions.
with quick rewards, and you are entered. There's one weekly winner.
They're going to start out at the
automatically
30.
will win a $500 gift card. QuickTrip.com/sweepstakes for details. Aaron Jones' inclusion, Pete, this week was very much in question. I believe it was settled yesterday. And, boy, it was settled in a big way with that first run.
Yeah, it was, and that's amazing. He's had one rushing attempt, but he's already made a huge impact on this game. And again, the more I watch Aaron Jones, the more I'm impressed by his vision as a running back. He saw exactly what had happened to that Lions defense. It was kind of a gotcha play as far as who's going to keep run support, who's going to be covering whom. Beautifully executed. Jordan Addison and Aaron Jones just saw no one on the outside. And it doesn't happen much in the NFL, right? I mean, you don't lose contain in the NFL that often. So just a beautiful job executing by this offense.
The Vikings have outscored the opposition this year in the first quarter, 55-3. The Vikings defense has yet to give up a touchdown in the first quarter of games. Jahmyr Gibbs, second year from Alabama. He's in. Jared Goff having trouble hearing the signals. They're taking a timeout.
Timeout, Detroit.
How loud is it?
Shout out to the fans in the bank.
Having problems with their personnel, and here's the deal: the Vikings personnel is something to
Shout out to the fans in US Bank.
Game in 12 personnel, one running back, two tight ends. It was not Grugier Hill playing linebackers, Josh Metellus. Then a couple plays
What's
later
up, Dom Catcher?
They go odd personnel, no running backs, all wide receivers, one tight end. Grugier Hill comes in for Josh Metellus. Now we start the second series, and guess who's playing linebacker?
Dallas Turner.
Playing linebacker.
Yeah, DT, rookie from Alabama, eyeballing his former teammate, Jahmyr Gibbs. He's solo alone in the backfield. Ivan Pace Jr., Dallas Turner rushes in on a blitz. Goff back to pass. Swings right flat. Caught Jahmyr Gibbs at the 27. He'll shake at the 30.
Forced out by the hitman.
The talented former member of the Crimson Tide. He'll saunter out of bounds after a gain of 3 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and 7 for a team that does run for 157.5 per game. This
no problem, David. No problem, buddy. Are you going to the game tonight, David?
If you can make them a throw-first team, you're in business.
Well, it's your best chance of winning when you do that. If you just let them run the football, they'll play action you to death and hit you with big passes.
7-0 Minnesota early in the first.
2nd and 8.
Down, and Jahmyr Gibbs takes the handoff left side, and he squirts through the line of scrimmage, hit at the 33, falls ahead to the 36. Harrison Phillips brought him down. That's a gain of 4. That'll make it 3rd and 4 with 10:50 and counting to go in the first quarter.
And here's that hurry-up offense, and that's what teams have been trying to do to our defense. It helps prevent us from disguising what we're trying to do.
Goff on 3rd down, 0 of 1, back to pass, dumps over the middle, play stops. I bet you the Vikings took a timeout.
Yeah,
was there a flag?
The Vikings did take a timeout.
Yeah, because Shaq Griffin ran in, ran out, ran in, ran out.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
Timeout by the Vikings.
If an offense substitutes personnel, the defense has to be allowed time to do that. And in this case, the Lions just hurried up to the line of scrimmage. And that's something that we've seen, Paul, over the last couple of weeks. It's one of the answers that offenses have in the league to what we do on defense. And that's don't let them line up, disguise, play their games, and do those things. Just line up, quick snap them, and try to get them out of position. So the Lions are coming in. It helps with the crowd noise. It makes sense that they're trying to do that.
So the Vikings did get a timeout. Each team has utilized 1 for the first 5 minutes and change of the game. By the way, showcase your football fandom by submitting your photo as the Jameson Football Fanatic of the Week. Enter at Vikings.com for your chance to win weekly prizes.
Gotcha, Shiva, gotcha.
Football Fanatic of the Season wins a co-branded mini fridge. Must be 21 years of age or older to enter. So now out of the timeout, the Vikings defense more squared away. Josh Metellus and Ivan Pace, opposite center. Frank Ragnow threatening blitz. Andrew Van Ginkel with those 2 pick sixes to the left of Jared Goff. 3 receivers right on 3rd down.
3rd and 4.
Back to pass, sees nothing, steps up, hit, and down he goes again.
Let's go.
Jahad Ward got him at the line of scrimmage. And that's another penalty on the Kitties.
Holding. Offense number 68.
And holding on the Lions. They're going to have to punt.
Taylor Decker, and I'll tell you what, Taylor Decker, as good of a tackle as he is, he struggles
well, there you go, David.
with movement. And when guys are running stunts, and in this case, it was Jonathan Grenard who came up underneath once he saw Goff step up.
I think you smelled the punt, David. I think you smelled the punt.
Though, by the defense so far. Goff doesn't know what to expect. He's not seeing what he's expecting to see. His timing is off, and that's making this whole offense just left-handed in a hurry.
And good for Jahad Ward. Strangely, through the first 5, that's his first tackle. He has 6 pressures. And speaking of pressure, somebody got through in the middle trying to block Fox's punt. Brandon Powell lets it bounce inside the 10, and it rolls into the end zone for the 4th touchback this season for the Lions punter Jack Fox. 10-10 to go in the first quarter. The Minnesota Vikings on an Aaron Jones rushing touchdown lead 7-0 on the Northland Ford Dealer Scoreboard and the KFAN Minnesota Vikings Radio Network, driven by Polaris.
All right. As I mentioned, I'm going to pause it during the commercial breaks because of how loud it gets. But I'll get you back to the audio as soon as it resumes. COO in there breathing hard, y'all. She's breathing hard. Got Thor into the bathtub using a piece of pepperoni. So General Thor is getting a bath. If they win today, I mean, it's exciting. It's exciting if they win, Elishiva. This team's never had trouble winning in the regular season. It's the big games in the postseason that they struggle. And primetime matchups.
Welcome back to the game. Vikings 7, Lions 0. Hey, guys, I just want to explain that 3rd and 4, the sack by Ivan Pace. Here's the thing that I love. So on the timeout in the play before, it was a check down over the middle of the field that was a first down. We got the timeout. We come back after that. Then on the next
play,
the
general is in here shaking off. Shake it off. Shake it off.
No place to throw, and that's how we get the sack.
All right, Ben Lieber with the U.S. Bank sideline update. Pistol formation, handoff. Aaron Jones whipping it around the outside, across the 20, outside the numbers, and he's hit and taken down after an
good run there by Jones.
2 runs, 42 yards for Aaron Jones.
Does she use the same trick on me? Hot dogs.
And averaging 27.8 points per game. That's the most points through 5 games they've scored since 2009. Handoff Jones left side. Ooh, he's hit at the line of scrimmage. Falls ahead maybe for 1. It's 3rd and short.
Oh, I'm out of sync, y'all.
This Lions defense, and you've got Isaac Uklu and Josh Paschal and DJ Reader, Aleem McNeil. They're bringing in and just rotating in a number of different guys just to replace the loss of Aiden Hutchinson.
3rd down for the Vikings.
Morning, Johnny.
3rd down of the game. 7-0 Minnesota. 9-11 and counting to go in the first quarter. Darnold shotgun facing a 4-man rush. Fires over the middle. And it's caught.
What a catch by Jefferson.
It's caught at the 47. He stopped at the 47. That's 19 for 18 and a fresh 4 for your Vikings.
Yeah, if the Lions just want to sit back and play zone, this is what's going to happen to them today. We all know what Justin Jefferson can do. In fact, I think Darnold was expecting JJ to keep on running, not necessarily settle, because he did not catch that ball in stride. And had he caught that ball in stride, he was a missed tackle away from a touchdown. So, again, this offense executing, offensive line doing a great job, not allowing penetration. Things look good.
2 catches and 18 yards for Justin Jefferson. Offensive timeout for the Vikings.
Yeah, something wasn't lined up.
Vikings have already used 2 of their timeouts.
You see Kevin O'Connell run onto the field with the official and get himself a timeout. So, and it's important early. You don't want to burn timeouts. You want to keep in the first half. Whatever. This is an important drive. If the Vikings can get points on the board on this drive and make it a 2-score game, it starts to put pressure on that Lions offense, right? And that's what you want to do. It's what we've been able to do, which is amazing over the last few weeks, is just out of the gate, be hot.
Blood Eagle Smeagol in the house. What's up, buddy? Skull.
Offense is one-dimensional. It plays in perfectly what we want to do with Goff. So here we go.
Football fans, meet Pays, a convenient new online checkout offered by bank and credit unions. Learn more at Pays.com. All right, out of the timeout, first down for the Vikings, 1st and 10 from their own 47. Toss right, Aaron Jones sees nothing, and he cuts back left right into the awaiting arms of Alex Anzalone. That'll be no gain for Aaron Jones. Anzalone in his 8th year from Florida. And by the way, with Jefferson's 18 yards, he has passed Jerry Rice for 3rd all-time with receiving yards for the first 5 seasons in the National Football League. Darnold back to pass.
Darnold, run!
From the pressure, flag on the play, sprints up the middle and into Lions territory. He's taken down at the 47-yard line. This penalty is going to go the way of
the holding against the Lions, so that'd be a first down. But what a
holding. Defense number 23.
Oh!
5 yards will be added to the end of the run. Automatic first down.
What a blitz pickup by Aaron Jones, by the way. They were sending 7. It was just a 7-man blitz and playing man behind it. what a great job by him. And even though they sent 6, this is where Aaron Glenn's got to be a little bit nervous. They just blitzed 6 people on that last play, and Darnold still had time to throw the football.
It's 7:48 remaining in the first quarter. 7-0 Vikings, first and 10.
Blitzing like he has already.
First down for the Vikings, middle of the first quarter, 7-0 Minnesota. Darnold under center, hands it to Aaron Jones, runs around the right side. Pat O'Connor, a fill-in defensive lineman for Hutchinson. He slowed him, then Anzalone and Malcolm Rodriguez stopped him, and that'll be no gain, so it's 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Pat O'Connor, just one more Lion defensive lineman that was brought up from the practice squad. So just the missed assignment somewhere up front as he got through and into the backfield of the Minnesota Vikings. So Aaron Jones really didn't even have a chance. In fact, it was a great effort just to get back almost to the line of scrimmage.
Minnesota moving company, left to right intact. Darisaw, Brandell, Bradbury, Ingram, and Brian O'Neill playing his 99th game. Empty backfield. Darnold out of the shotgun. Back to pass. Whips it out right. Caught by Johnny Munt. Right in front of Lions coach Dan Campbell for a
Vikings trying to work on that right side of their formation. But the Lions seem to be watching that side as well. Jefferson John with a Lions defender.
Go after Amik Robertson, because Amik Robertson, then when he got down the field, they love to they hold, but they put the hands on the hips of the wide receiver to keep him from getting into some kind of break. And JJ was telling him, hey man, you better put that away because you're about to get beat.
10 on the play clock. Darnold walks up to Bradbury, gives some instructions, backs up into the shotgun on 3rd down. He's back to pass. Lions blitz. Darnold able to run away to the right. He'll check it down to Munt, caught at the 40 and stopped right there. It's a gain of 1
Refresh
yard
everything after this series, y'all. I know we're behind quite a bit.
And in walks Will Reichert. It is 7-0 Minnesota. The Lions faked a punt deep in their own territory on their first possession.
What's up, Alex?
And it didn't work. A couple of plays later, Aaron Jones ran in from 34. And now Will Reichert will try a field goal from 57 yards, kicking to the west side of U.S. Bank Stadium. He's 3 of 3 from 50-plus. The Alabama rookie with the big right leg. It's up. Good. Will Reichert. 10 in the first quarter, he kicks the Minnesota Vikings to a 10-0 lead from Minneapolis. This is Minnesota Vikings football.
Where do you go?
All right, so here we go. We're going to try to refresh all this stuff, get resynced, but we appear to be more than 2 plays behind, y'all. So I try to redo it if we're that many behind.
30.
But the Vikings now up 10-0, 10-0 Vikings as we approach the end of the first quarter. Hey, Kubler, thanks for letting me know, man, if this was on, man. I looked all week and kept seeing that the Packers were going to be on here. That was exhausting. I still scratch it, too. The Vikings leading in total yards, 71-21. Passing yards are even. Minnesota with the edge on the rushing yards. I like their average yards per play and their 3rd down efficiency. Issa says, just wait, we'll find a way to mess it up. I kind of feel you, Issa.
Channel 88 and the all-new Sirius XM app.
Minnesota fans, hear what Coach O'Connell and the players have to say after each game on the Vikings channel. 820 on the Sirius XM app.
Bank, the official bank of the Minnesota Vikings, the Battle of Ohio. Charlie Jones on the opening kickoff, 100-yard return. Bengals up over the Browns, 7-0. Huntley to Smith, a 10-yard touchdown.
All right, $1 million football back over to the Lions.
Now back to DA.
All right, Musk, 10-0 Vikings. That field goal by Will Reichert.
When I refresh, does Thor have to get in the bath? I don't think the COO has it in her to get it back in there again. She's out of gas.
Formerly the Be the Match program. Learn more at nmdp.org/Vikings, and you can make a difference. So here comes the vaunted, ballyhooed, and high-octane Detroit Lions offense for a third take. They go 3 and out on their first drive. They attempt to fake a punt. Jalen Reeves-Maben can't run through the punt coverage team. Vikings get a touchdown out of it. Then after that, they move it a little bit with Jahmyr Gibbs. But these Lions, averaging 30 points a game, have yet to cross the 50. Jared Goff puts Amon-Ra St. Brown in motion to the right. Goff back to pass. It's a middle screen to Tim Patrick, the former Bronco. Patrick hit hard by Harrison Phillips and finished off by Jerry Tillery. As we
do we got a loose ball?
Vikings came up with the football, and they're saying fumble, but the referees haven't signaled anything.
I thought Frank Ragnow, the Chanhassen native, just went to
Big Phillips is running around with the football.
Physical with them, and the Lions haven't fumbled a football all year. They've had 4 interceptions, 0.
Rolling on the field as the runner was down by contact.
Oh.
Correct, Summerall. Just like every lab on Earth. Every lab on Earth believes that any body of water outside is fine to jump in, no matter how cold it is. But the bathtub is terrifying.
Yes, absolutely. You know what? And the thing is he lands on top of Harrison Phillips. And so he's not technically down, and that ball is starting to come out. So
elbow might be down.
Yeah, the elbow might be down. Well, but it depends on where they say the possession has been challenged, or he started to lose possession of the football.
Yeah, because it is 10-0.
We got a challenge
Vikings,
on the field.
5:10 to go in the first quarter in the KFAN Minnesota
So
Vikings
this play
Radio
is
Network.
under review.
Hey, Mark Rosen here. Let me tell you about a great way to stream all your Vikings coverage.
All right, I'll mute that until they come back, y'all. I'll mute that until they come back. I won't play the music because I don't want it to mess up our sync here. But play under review. Did he fumble, chat? Did he fumble? What do you think? What's up, Nautica Ewing? What's up, Nautica? Good to see you. Welcome back. Nord Jansen in the house. He took the ball away. That is a turnover. I bet it goes the Motor City Kitties way, though, says Nord. They do look good, Johnny. They do look good, man. I agree.
Cold can cracking open was music.
They've looked well, though, in the first half of a lot of games. And then we sit here in the second half, and the teams are coming back on our asses. Let's see if we can prevent that from happening today.
On the go, a walk in the park with the new Ford Explorer. Become the MVP of the work.
Shout out to the 138 up in here. Hit that subscribe. Give the video a like.
Or discover what it really means to adventure in the great outdoors with the Don't wait. Get behind the wheel of a new Ford today. Based on calendar year total sales.
And we interrupt you with breaking news live from the Pepsi Wild Cherry aisle. Carol, can you hear us?
Steve, I've never seen anything like this. The bold, refreshing, and bursting with cherry deliciousness of Pepsi Wild Cherry is, well, let's just say everyone is getting wild.
Getting wild?
That's right, Steve. There's dancing, binge-watching, and is that a slip and slide? They're really putting the wild in Pepsi Wild Cherry. And this on-the-scene reporter can't wait to...
Morning, Hung Din. Good morning. Welcome to the stream.
Go ahead. Get wild.
55 likes, a little over 1,200 views. Come on, come back and tell us that's our football. Come back and tell us that is our football.
Lead 10-0 with 5:10 to go in the first quarter. Welcome back to U.S. Bank Stadium. Ben Lieber, he's on the sideline. Pete Bursich and yours truly, Paul Allen. The Vikings just challenged what Kevin O'Connell thought would be a fumble.
Yeah, that elbow down.
Tim Patrick, they lost the challenge, so KO's now 3 of 5 this year on challenges. And the Lions...
Got you, Nord. Got you, buddy.
From their own 33. Jared Goff, wearing number 16, goes play action to David Montgomery. Passes to him over the middle between the hash marks. Caught at the 35, bumps it outside, hit by Harrison Smith, and stopped after a 6-yard catch and run. It's 3rd and short.
Going to be 3rd and very short for the Lions.
Field routes develop, so this is play action, trying to get the check down. So instead of running the football, they're trying to get these little short check down passes, and the Vikings have been tackling well, and that's the thing. From now on out, you got to make the Lions earn it, Paul. Play by play. You can't give up anything big.
The Lions 0 of 2 on 3rd down. This is 3rd and 1 from
Come on, defense.
their own 40. Hand off David Montgomery, and he's stuck. He's blasted.
Off him.
David Montgomery.
Let's go.
Across the point of attack.
Let's go. Does Detroit go for it here?
For the Detroit Lions and Jared Goff.
Campbell known for being an idiot.
With head coach Dan
Does he
Campbell
go for it here?
Offense on the field, but they're going to become in unison with the trainer because David Montgomery is down.
Yeah, he got hit really hard. Harrison Phillips doing a great job getting in there. It was Harrison Phillips and Jonathan Bullard that got in on that tackle. So this is not obviously what the Lions want to see. David Montgomery was just recently extended, as Aleem McNeil was as well. And
ruling on the field as the runner was short. It's 4th down. Timeout on the field.
So
this is a TV timeout, chat.
To David Montgomery, we pause. 4:18 to go in the first quarter. Lions looking at a 4th and 1 from their own 40. Also looking at a 10-0 deficit in the first quarter from Minneapolis on the KFAN Minnesota Vikings radio network, driven by Polaris.
This truck season, think about all the things you can do in a Chevy truck. You'll be able to... Or you can...
Let me see how bad I'm getting corralled here. Shellacked.
With impressive towing, incredible bed and tailgate functionality, and multiple powertrains, Chevy trucks have what you need to get things done. When you want to do it all, Chevy's got you. Visit ChevyDealOnline.com.
You're listening to Vikings football.
The NASCAR Cup Series is on Sirius
Pretty
XM.
bad, yo. It is pretty bad. But shout out to the 133 Berserkers Envy homies up in here. Thank you so much for joining us here on Valhalla Sports Talk for Minnesota Viking live streams.
Closer to everything that moves you. Where
that gets kind of quiet on me.
Yeah, we've been waiting all year to unleash the sounds of fear. Soundtracks, scary stories, a howl, and a sneer. Sirius XM screams.
Anybody dressing up for Halloween? What you gonna be? Are you dressing up for Halloween in a few days? And what are you gonna be?
The WNBA. And New York Liberty on NBA Radio or ESPN Extra.
Tonight at 8 Eastern, it's a winner-take-all Game 5 in New York City. Hear every second of the action on ESPN Extra, Channel 81.
This is Max Crosby of the Las Vegas Raiders. Hear me every Monday night on Let's Go at 6 Eastern on
be a
Mad
Padre
Dog Sports
fan, so
Radio,
SD.
Channel 82.
All right, here we go. Back to it.
First downs from 13 fourth down tries. Jameer Gibbs stands up tall.
There we go.
Like Le'Veon Bell.
They're going for it. Flag.
Comes in. Play clock, Pete.
No, it was a false start, I think, on Obashika, as the Vikings defensive line did a shift, and that's Harrison Phillips. They shift.
Fans at U.S. Bank doing their job.
They're trying to draw the offensive line off, but they're allowed to shift and move sideways, which they did.
This will move them back, and they'll punt then.
And it's exactly, crowd noise, all those things matter. This is where home field advantage matters.
Yeah.
Big.
If this penalty is on Coyote, Owashika.
Yep, it is on Owashika for sure, Paul.
Yeah, he played at Maple Grove High School. So, low-key, we're pulling for him to do well as long as we win. This would be his third penalty already in the first quarter.
Start.
74?
Offense, number 74.
You got to be kidding me.
5-yard penalty. Fourth down.
I mean, you come to a Lions game and a Laramie Tunsil fan club breaks out.
Again, it's tackling, Paul, right? I mean, you had Josh Metellus getting in on a tackle on first down, or second down, then third down. Harrison Phillips avoids a cut block, makes a great tackle. Make them earn it. Make them go for it on fourth down, and then things like this can
Vikings,
happen.
no
So
timeouts. We got 4:12 to go in the first quarter.
On teams, and right now they're meeting a lot of resistance from this defense.
The Lions punting group has been a disaster so far. They faked a punt, it didn't work, and then Fox on his second punt suffered a touchback. This one will be returned by Brandon Powell from around the 13. Flag on the play, heads left, darts up at the 15, dives ahead to the 20. 54-yard punt by Fox, 9-yard return by Brandon Powell, and a holding.
That's going to be on Sherfield, I'd be willing to bet you.
He's replacing a Caleb Evans in that role because of Caleb is out.
God, BT in the house. What's up, BT?
The amount of penalties
hopefully, Johnny, hopefully
across the NFL have gone up. But
there is no foul on the play for holding.
And they pick up the flags.
How about that? Yeah, because that kills field position, right? And so when you're able to be like Brandon Powell, catch the football, there's no one around you, get yourself going, full speed forward, and not have to go backwards. I'm slowing down because I'm getting another look at the tackle on David Montgomery, and it looks like it's going to be a knee issue, so I'd be very surprised if you see him back today.
Wow, big loss for the Lions. Montgomery assisted off the field from the 20, 1st and 10.
From his own 20, handoff Ty Chandler, jump cut right, flag on the play. Between the hash marks, Chandler jumps ahead for a gain of 1. We'll see what Clay Martin has to say here. Once again,
all right, the officials have their penalty flags flying today.
10-yard penalty. First down.
These linebackers are heading north and south. I mean, like they're attacking downhill like crazy. So, how do you control that? Well, you play action pass and try to get in behind them.
What's up, Lee? What's up?
That kind of a situation. But this Lions defense is still being very, very aggressive up front. We've got to somehow get behind them and slow them down.
4 penalties in the first quarter, 3 on the Lions. 1st and 20 for the Vikings from their own 20. They head to the west side of U.S. Bank Stadium, handoff Ty Chandler left side, and he is hit at the point of attack and taken down. It'll be a gain of 1 yard. And on the tackle, Pat O'Connor. Pat O'Connor, one of the several elevated from the practice squad, filling in for Aiden Hutchinson, that stud defensive end, who was lost for the season. And now the Vikings go no huddle. 2nd and 19 from their own 11. The only touchdown, Aaron Jones from 34 yards out. Will Reichert has a field goal. Of course he does. Darnold out
19.
Shotgun, back to pass. Throws left to the sideline. And Jefferson caught it on Terrion Arnold, the Alabama rookie.
What a catch by Jefferson, baby.
10 for Justin Jefferson. 3rd and 9, Minnesota.
What a catch by Justin Jefferson. You get another look at it here and getting he definitely has his right foot down. It's a matter of toe
drag swag, baby. Toe drag swag.
Holding. Number 67
dang it.
offense.
Where'd that come from?
That hold brought the defender into the quarterback. There's no foul in the play for roughing the passer.
Oh, geez.
Half the distance to the goal. 2nd down.
Well, Pete, you're glad I shared into the game.
Gene.
Clay Martin and his staff called the 12th most penalties of all crews in the NFL. They average 11 and high change a game. There already have been 5 accepted penalties here in the first quarter.
And I don't know how, Ed Ingram, let's face it, he just got freight trained by, he was absolutely freight trained by Aleem McNeil, who, by the way, just got a $55 million guaranteed contract.
Oh, geez.
There's no way that was holding. He didn't grab onto him on his way down, so that was a terrible call.
2nd and 24. Darnold goes out of the shotgun, puts Johnny Munt in motion to the left. Darnold with a fastball over the middle, caught Jalen Naylor at the 15, and he stopped at the 18 for a gain of 16, maybe 17.
Thread the needle by Darnold there.
12 for Minnesota.
2:40 remaining in the first quarter. Clock running. Vikings 10, Lions 0.
And for Darnold,
3rd and 13 for the Vikes.
Completion, he's 5 for 5, so the completion percentage is good. man-to-man coverage, right, in the back end, and you got a great job by Naylor finding a way to get open across the middle of the field.
Vikings 1 of 2 on third down. This is 3rd and 12 from their own 18. C.J. Ham in the backfield. Another flag.
My God.
Jordan Addison was going in motion. False start moving company.
False start. Offense number 56. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Well, this penalty plague's moving left. I guess Blake Brandell will be next.
Yeah, you have to be very careful here, when you're on 3rd and long like this, to not do anything to give the Lions possession. Right, be very protective of the football. To call the center on a false start, they're
just going to run like a draw or something right here, y'all, and live to fight another day.
All right, the longest third down.
They can't get out of their own end.
Continues. Now it's 3rd and 17. Darnold back to pass. Lions blitz. He throws right short of the sticks. The first down marker caught by Jordan Addison for a quick hitting gain of 9. He walks out of bounds, and Ryan Wright is into punt for the first time today.
Well, hopefully we got it out of our system, Paul, as far as penalties go. Even though, like I said, the one on Ingram, I think that was a bad call. But we're shooting ourselves in the foot offensively. I think the Lions are doing a good job stopping the run, but we're not giving ourselves a chance when you're getting flagged all the time, and a lot of really just poor penalties, false starts, things like that, stuff that
laying down up there, baby,
coming out of a bye.
Got him covered
this
up
late into the season.
6 penalties in the first quarter, and Martin's staff is not being overly efficient.
Come over and cover him.
They're all
commercial
legit.
break.
Andrew DePaula, perfect snap to Ryan Wright. Big rush. Ryan with a big boomer to the west side of U.S.
Right,
Bank
$1 million
Stadium.
football to the Lions.
From his own 17, heads to the right side.
It's going to be a return.
25, jukes to the left. He's hit and stopped at the 30. 60-yard punt by Ryan Wright, and a 13-yard return by Khalif Raymond. So the Lions offense now heads onto the field, and once again, the Lions
Go on, Clayton, appreciate it.
Game averaging 23 first downs a game, second most in the NFL. They have 0. They've yet to cross the 50. They faked a punt and it didn't work, and they might be without David Montgomery the rest of the game.
And field position is huge too, and that's why that punt right there was big time. I mean, the Dallas Cowboys threw 3 interceptions and had a fumble. So the Lions benefited from great field possession all throughout that game.
Jared Goff under center, hands it to Jahmyr Gibbs, who weaves his way up the middle across the line of scrimmage, hit and stopped at the 35 for a gain of 3, maybe 4 yards. And the Lions will run one more play before this quarter's over. We mentioned it earlier into the game. How about this? This is just amazing.
They're wearing all white uniforms today.
In the first quarter, 58-3. 58 first quarter points, the most of any team in the NFL. And the Vikings have already had their bye. Now the Lions, we'll get into them momentarily.
Appreciate it, Nautica. That's AI Valhalla up top there.
In the second quarter, second down, Goff goes back to pass, whips it out left, caught. Amon-Ra St. Brown just outside the numbers, 39 to the 40, leaps ahead to the 43 for an 8-yard catch and a first down. And that brings us to the end
of the end of the first quarter.
Thank you, Clay. The Minnesota Vikings.
All right, end of the first quarter, y'all. Headed to quarter 2.
Will Reichard field goal, plus a couple of sacks. One from Van Ginkel, another from Ivan Pace Jr. lead the Lions 10-0. And from U.S. Bank Stadium, this is Minnesota Vikings football.
Vikings fans, get more of the great content you crave right now on the Sirius XM app. Just search Minnesota Vikings on the app and tap the favorite star. You not only hear the game with your hometown announcers, but you'll also get access to the pre- and post-game shows. And come back during the week for extra Vikings content, including coach and player press conferences, interviews, and much more.
It's all on the Sirius XM app.
Download it and search Minnesota Vikings today.
To truly go inside the game of pro football, you need to see things from the player's perspective.
Let's go.
Every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, catch the Player's Point. Join NFL tight end Colin Thompson and wide receiver Allen Robinson as they break down the biggest stories in the NFL.
I think that's what makes the National Football League so special.
The Player's Point. Every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, only on Sirius XM NFL Radio, Channel 88, and the Sirius XM app.
To win your fantasy football league, you need to be one step ahead of the competition. And at SiriusXM Fantasy Sports Radio, we're giving you the edge you need to take home the trophy.
There are no tight ends that you can count on. We will tell you who to start.
Our experts are doling out start-sit advice, waiver pickups, and so much more to help you win a championship.
Just because you're allowed to make a waiver move doesn't mean you have to make a waiver move.
Listen right now on
Remember
Channel
them
87
days,
in the
oh,
car
I remember them
and the
days.
all-new SiriusXM app.
Don't miss a new episode this week of
And
Forward
162
Progress.
votes in the
Conversation on
poll,
race and sports in
72%
America
of
with Jason
say that the
Jackson
Vikings
and
are going
Kirk
to win
Morris.
it.
The wife of Brianna Stewart, star of stars in WNBA, is receiving homophobic emails wishing death upon the couple. I know how real this is. What is it that we actually can do beyond these
we got the
PSAs
purple Lambo
telling us
now.
to just stop hating?
Check out Forward Progress. New episodes
And the
each
convertible.
Wednesday on the SiriusXM app, included with all of our trials and popular plans. Just search Forward Progress. Minnesota fans, hear what Coach O'Connell and the players have to say after each game on the Vikings channel. 8:20 on the SiriusXM app.
Second quarter, Vikings 10, Lions at 0. And guys, Detroit comes into this game, one of the best rushing offenses in the league. They get downhill, as everybody saw in last week's game against the Cowboys. They were reestablishing the line of scrimmage, being very physical with that Dallas front. So far, 5 rushes, 13 yards, 2.6 yards a carry.
What's up, Yankee Kyle?
Guys, we're matching their physicality up front, and all of our guys on the defensive line are staying on their feet to make the tackle.
Ben Lieber on the Vikings sideline with that update. Into the second quarter on 1st and 10, handoff Jahmyr Gibbs to the right side across the 45. Jerry Tillery hits him at the 46, and he falls ahead for a gain of 4 yards. So that'll make it 2nd and 6 for a Lions team, Pete. You know, we talk about that 58-3 Vikings in the first quarter. The Lions are plus 40 in points differential in the second quarter. That's best in the NFL.
And here we go, and they're getting into it. And the loss of David Montgomery is going to be interesting to see how they adjust to that, too.
On 2nd and 6, pass left. It's caught by Jahmyr Gibbs, and he speeds to the 50. Ooh, ankle tackled in Vikings territory. The fan has learned the Lions have crossed the 50. It'll be a 7-yard catch and run by the speedy Jahmyr Gibbs, and the first down today by the Lions.
Yeah, that's a really
Up and smoke. What's up?
To get to the outside, because you don't even take care of Pat Jones, but Pat Jones can't chase him down, right? Kamugu Hill can't chase him down. Jahmyr Gibbs is a very impressive athlete.
First down for the Lions from the Vikings 46. Tight end Brock Wright motions to the backfield. Straight eye. Handoff Gibbs. Gets room to the right side. Cuts it up to the 40 outside the number. Oh, he shakes on a Viking at the 30.
He's gone.
46-yard touchdown. And it was a masterpiece by Jahmyr Gibbs.
I blame that on Up and Smoke. Up and Smoke. Jinx.
Minnesota.
Yeah, it was just, Camus Grugier-Hill just getting outside late. He got held. Dallas Turner gets caught inside, so we don't have anybody in contain. And then, you miss one tackle by Cam Bynum, and here we go. It's touchdown time. So a couple getting. That's the thing with Jahmyr Gibbs. That's so you just get a little soft in a
appreciate it.
Spots.
Life is
can light up the scoreboard.
GQ.
Jake
Appreciate
Bates,
it.
first year from Arkansas, 16 of 17 on extra points, kicking to the west side of US Bank Stadium. Snap spot, and it is good on the Northland Ford Dealer scoreboard.
So the Lions cut it.
Here come the reigning division champions. It is Minnesota 10, Lions 7. This is Minnesota Vikings football.
Vikings fans, get more of the great content you crave
All right,
right
fantasy
now on the
footballers.
Sirius
All right,
XM
fantasy
app. Just
footballers.
search
Dropping
Minnesota
in your
Vikings on
chat
the app
is
and
the
tap favorite
score.
star. You not only hear the game
Jahmyr
with your
Gibbs,
hometown
45-yard
announcers, but you'll
touchdown
also
rush.
get access to the pre- and
Bates'
post-game
extra
shows.
point is good.
And come back during the week for extra Vikings content, including coach and player press conferences, interviews, and much more.
It's all on the Sirius XM app.
Download it and search Minnesota Vikings today.
2K your way with SiriusXM channels designed to shift your timeline. Jump into the pit with hard rock and new metal on Turbo, Channel 41.
It's just one of those days.
Go hard all day with zeros and tens hip hop on Flex 2K, Channel 49.
I'm a Viking fan. Life. I'm a Viking fan.
Anthems on Alt 2K. Listen to all of these and more 2000s channels across SiriusXM and the SiriusXM app.
Never miss a snap from your favorite school on SiriusXM.
Breaks the tackle. Down the sideline he goes.
The top games across the country are delivered right to you no matter where you are.
Wide open at 25, 15, 10.
From now until Championship Monday, go to Sirius
73 likes, 2,000 views, y'all.
Schedule to find out where to hear your school.
That's 53 more.
In your car or streaming on the Sirius XM app.
Aaron Rodgers and the New York Jets.
Rodgers scanning the field, flips it left. Garrett Wilson makes the catch. That's a Jet touchdown.
Take on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Najee Harris racing towards the end zone.
I miss him, Summer Road.
Touchdown, Steelers.
When did they stop doing them?
Tonight
I imagine when he passed.
PM Eastern. Catch the national broadcast on Sirius XM NFL Radio Channel 88. The Jets call on Sirius 119 XM 226. The Steelers call on Sirius 85 XM 225. In the car and on the all-new Sirius XM app.
This is Peter King. Hear me all season long, every Monday night on Let's Go at 6 Eastern on Mad Dog Sports Radio, Channel 82.
All right, so that total yard number is got to even, y'all. Got to even. Passing yards about the same. Rushing yards about the same.
And Jahmyr Gibbs,
a 3-point lead for the Vikes.
On the ground from 45 yards
$1 million football back to the Minnesota side.
His ankle's broken on one of those two sweet jukes. But Pete, Dallas Turner, the rookie from Alabama, the first rounder, he's playing.
Have a good day, Billy. Have a good day. Enjoy the race.
The brigade replacing Blake Cashman. What are you seeing?
Well, what you seeing? I mean, Josh Metellus is blitzing off the edge, and he gets himself a little too far upfield, and then you're seeing Dallas Turner attack inside, not off tackle, and that just creates too big of a gap for Jahmyr Gibbs to get through.
Bring it out.
One guy miss, and it's out the gate. So it's discipline in the gap control was missing on that one play, and Gibbs is that good.
Cam Akers with a rare kick return. Cam Akers in the Covenant, 26-yard return, flag on the play.
That's why they don't bring it out, y'all. There's a flag every time it's brought out of the end zone.
Illegal formation, Detroit number 15.
There we go.
Illegal formation.
First down.
All right, so it's 10-7 Minnesota.
So they'll tack on to that.
Second quarter, Vikings get the ball to begin the second half. There is a new way to stream your Vikings coverage. Shows and insight right on your big screen TV. It's Fox Local, a free streaming app. Search Fox Local on your streaming devices. Install and stay connected to your Minnesota Vikings, local news, and more with Fox Local. Also, Unreal is back with their limited edition Vikings drop. Head to unrl.com for details. Here comes Sam, the man on the fan, 6 of 6, 43 yards. He works out of the shotgun with a 3-point lead. First down, play action to Aaron Jones. Anzalone blitzes. Darnold sprints up the middle, 30-40.
Oh, Darnold, go!
45,
go!
Slides at the 49.
Let's go!
Run for Sam Darnold.
Yeah, thank goodness he's athletic as he is. He gets to the top of his drop, and there's no one open. They're playing man-to-man coverage, and he just pulls that thing down and decides to run. There was, Campbell had come up, a good take on the block by Aaron Jones, and that freed Sam Darnold to pull that thing down and just replace the void. They had no one underneath.
2 runs, 25 yards for Sam Darnold. 10-7 Vikings. Darnold under center. First down from his own 48. Toss right to Aaron Jones, who has the touchdown. Anzalone strings out the play. Jones has to stop, and now he lunges forward for a gain of maybe a yard.
Close to a block in the back on C.J. Ham there.
Minneapolis, this is Minnesota Vikings football.
Listen to groundbreaking interviews.
Another injured Lion on the field.
All season long.
Touchdown! Another injured Lion on the field, number 93. Trainer's out to tend to him.
10-7 Vikes. Josh Pascal, a rotation
What's up,
defensive
Theo?
end, is
Theo
sitting
Samuel
on the
in the
field,
house.
being tended to by the Lions medical staff. Pascal gets up, runs off the field, so he seems to be no worse for the wear. By the way, stop by the Friday Football Feast each and every Friday during the Minnesota Vikings season. It's Buffalo Wild Wings Minneapolis in Dinkytown this Friday, and it's presented by Coors. Coors Light, that is. Visit Vikings.com/BWW for the full schedule and details.
12:38 to go in the second quarter. 10-7 Vikes. Vikings out of timeouts. Detroit with 2 remaining. It's a 2nd and 10 from midfield.
chance of running the football if we're able to spread them out a little bit.
2nd and 10 for the Minnesota Vikings from their own 48. Darnold back to pass, fade left into single coverage, incomplete. Flag on the play, but it's not by Terry on Arnold, the Alabama rookie running with 18. It's back by the line of scrimmage.
False start. Oh, come on. Another false start. It's like, yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Illegal formation.
Jeez.
Offense. As number 3 covered number eligible 84.
Wow.
5-yard penalty.
Yeah, there's no excuse for that, because if you're a wide receiver and you're on the line of scrimmage, you just look down toward the football, and if there's another eligible receiver,
there you go, Nautica, Skol Vikings, Skol Vikings.
So it's just not, you run the ball on first down, Paul, and you only get a yard, then you come back.
Yeah, I agree, Theo. I agree. Dodgers got to definitely got to close it out tonight.
We've got to somehow come up with
we got to get that win tonight. I don't know how with that bullpen game looming, but
big reception, bring some life back into this offense.
4 penalties on each team. 2nd and 15 from the Vikings 43. Addison in motion to the right. 2 receivers left and right. Malcolm Rodriguez comes on a blitz. Darnold passes over the middle, caught. Jordan Addison at about the previous line of scrimmage.
Short gain.
They're going to say it's a 6-yard gain, so that's going to make it 3rd and 9 from the 49, Ben Lieber.
Yeah, I just want to add what Pete was talking about with that reduced formation, talking about those tight ends and those number 2 receivers. The other thing we have to be cautious for, too, and Pete, I want to get your take on this. They do an awful lot of nickel blitzing when they feel like they have a reduced formation, especially on 3rd down and 3rd and 9. If we go reduced, we got to be watching out for that delayed blitz by the nickel.
Yeah, when you do that stuff, it shortens the distance he has to go to get to the quarterback, and it's a lot easier to disguise for a defense.
Darnold shotgun, facing a blitz on 3rd and 9, throws left, incomplete. Excellent play by Brian Branch, knocking the ball away from Jalen
So we're about a
Naylor
play behind on the graphics,
bench.
y'all. About a play behind.
Ryan Wright is into punt for a 2nd time. This Brian Branch, he's
Ricardo Moreno in the house. What's up, Ricardo?
Everything purple. He had a
Everett up in here,
interception in this building last year, his rookie year. He's in his 2nd year from Alabama.
Now, if they're going to be seeing this much man-to-man out of the Lions' defensive backfield, then Darnold's just going to have to start throwing at the JJ, some 50-50 balls.
$1 million football to the Lions.
And punt, and it's fielded by Khalif Raymond at the 17. So for Ryan Wright, that is his 12th inside the 20 this year. 11:24 to go in the first half. Vikings lead 10-7. Lions ball on the Northland Ford dealer scoreboard.
I'll be right back, y'all. I'll be right back.
Nationwide. Trade Home Shoes is where generations meet comfort and style. Trade Home Shoes. Enjoy life. Feet first.
Scoreboard Central.
Brought to you by U.S. Bank, the official bank of the Minnesota Vikings. Love has a touchdown. He also has a pick. Love to craft 14-yard touchdown. And Mixon runs one in with a plunge into the end zone. Texans do have the lead over the Packers, 10-7. Barkley, a 3-yard touchdown run. Eagles are up over the Giants, 7-0. Walker, a 20-yard touchdown. Robinson, a 5-yard touchdown. Seahawks are up over the Falcons, 10-7. Now back to PA.
All right, Musk. Scoreboard Central. Las Vegas is at SoFi later.
Most people use a TV, Scotty, or a streaming device. A TV or a computer of some kind. That's how you can watch it live.
KFAN Vikings Radio Network. And we'll see if the Vikings are 6-0 into that contest. They lead 10-7. Jared Goff, play action, fires over the middle, caught Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Ooh, big gainer.
33, touchdown by Harrison Smith at the 34. Amon-Ra St. Brown with a 17-yard connection. Flag on the play.
Personal foul.
What?
Roughing the passer.
And a roughing the passer. Oops.
15-yard penalty. First down.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they're going to tack on another 15, and this is, Ivan Pace. I don't know what else he's supposed to really do, because it was a situation where he was getting in there, and I don't know if he could try to just avoid him or what, but it wasn't a stupid penalty. But it does tack on another 15 yards, and the Lions are already at midfield, two plays later.
So now it's 1st and 10 from the Lions 49 after the Pace 15-yard infraction. 10-7 Vikings, about 11 minutes to go in the first half. Off under center, David Montgomery back in the game. Offset eye left, and they hand it to David Montgomery, who surges up the middle for a gain of 5 yards, stopped at the 46-yard line. 2nd and 5 for the Detroit Lions. Pete and Ben, former team.
Hold on, FJ Lopez. What's going on, buddy?
Part of the Williams wall. Just entered the Vox box, so he's right behind us now. But don't tell the Lions, they're so strapped for defensive linemen right now, they might want to throw a 94 on him.
He could probably still bring it, too, knowing Pat. One of the best ever.
2nd and 5. Jamison Williams in motion to the right. Goff back to pass. Quick hitter over the middle. Amon-Ra St. Brown caught. Hits to the right. Ooh, shakes on Ivan Pace nicely.
All right, Detroit matriculating the ball down the field. Looking to take the lead or at least tie this.
Well, we had a little bit of a confusion there. We had Josh Metellus blitzing, and then no one really knew who had that underneath hook area. As Harrison Smith
What's up, Gus? Gus Pineda in the house.
We had a free rusher to the quarterback. They threw the hot, and we just didn't make the tackle quickly enough.
Jared Goff, 8 of 8, 75 yards. 10-7 Vikings. First down for the Lions from the Vikings 34. Goff goes under center. Puts Brock Wright in motion to the right. Ball start Lions.
Offense, number 5. 5-yard penalty. First down.
David Montgomery, Peter.
Yeah, the crowd noise is going to be a huge part of today, not letting this Lions team get into any type of a rhythm in that respect. But the way with which they're running the football, I would have to think they're just going to stick with this. I mean, they have to love being able to just have Goff throw 1 or 2 times a series.
All right, 9:35 to go, second quarter, 1st and 15 for the Lions, down by 3.
5 penalties on each team. We still have 9.5 minutes to go in the first half. Handoff Montgomery, room up the middle as he gets across the line of scrimmage, weaves to the right following the blocking of Chanhassen. Frank Ragnow. Going to be a gain of 4, 2nd and 11 from the Vikings 35.
And this is, right now, you're looking at a 45-yard field goal. They do have a rookie field goal kicker, so I'm sure they're going to want to get this thing as close as possible. But for the defense, again, make them earn it, right? Just make them have to march all the way down the field on this. Don't give them anything easy.
Sam Laporta with the greatest rookie tight end season in the history of the NFL last year. Sam's a catch. He's wide right. 2 receivers left and right. Now Tim Patrick goes in motion to the left. Goff back to pass. Fade over the middle. Man wide open. Caught. Touchdown Lions.
Wide open. Touchdown Lions.
35-yard touchdown. Goff to Amon-Ra St. Brown. Jared Goff has started the game 9 of 9, and the Lions have a 13-10 lead.
Well, we show 0 blitz, and we have a deep middle safety.
Speaking of barbecue chicken, the Vikings defense got barbecued on that one.
In the back end, we just weren't sure on who was going where. So for the Vikings to really 0 blitz and not get there, and allow Goff the time to look the safety off and go a different direction, that's unacceptable.
Jake Bates, first full year from Arkansas for the extra point. Snap spot, and it's good. 8.5 minutes to go in the first half. And the NFL's #1 offense has caught fire. It's the Detroit Lions 14, the Minnesota Vikings 10 on the KFAN Minnesota Vikings radio network, driven by
fantasy
Polaris.
footballers. The stats are dropping in the chat.
Stores in Cloquet to the supermarkets in St. Cloud. The Minnesota Lottery's Vikings scratch game is here. These are the concrete coliseums where we'll challenge chance and chase glory, where we'll gamely scratch and fearlessly scrape in pursuit of up to $100,000 in cash prizes. These are the stadiums where we come to play. Get in the game. Minnesota Lottery. I'm in. Must be 18 or older to play.
No matter who you
Armando.
are or what you do, there's a Ford vehicle that can help you own the day. Make life on the go a walk in the park with the new Ford Explorer. Become the MVP of the work site with the unrivaled.
Yeah, I don't, Ricardo. I don't. I'll believe it when I see it.
Selling trucks in America. Or discover what it really means to adventure in the great outdoors with the new Bronco Sport. Whether it's for work or play, there's a Ford with a great deal waiting at your local.
What's up, Manta Racer?
Don't wait. Get behind the wheel of a new Ford today. Based on calendar year total sales.
Thursdays on CBS. Ready to have your spirits lifted? Then Ghosts is the comedy for you. I mean, it's an age-old story. Couple moves into an estate only to find out it's haunted by ghosts from throughout the centuries.
Well, the Vikings have not played from behind much this year. That's a fact, Summerall. That is a fact. Let's see how they respond.
A Viking. See why critics
Other than those first two drives, they've looked pretty anemic on offense.
Thursday, 8:30, 7:30 Central on CBS.
At U.S. Bank, when they say they're in it with you,
Detroit now up to 172 total yards
celebrations,
on offense. They have the lead now in passing, rushing, total plays, average yards per play, first downs, and third down efficiency. So this game has flipped on the Vikes.
Visit usbank.com to get started today. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, copyright 2024 U.S. Bank.
On back-to-back drives. It was a 35-yard touchdown by Amon-Ra St. Brown. And guys, our pressure is just not getting there these last couple of drives. That last play in particular, we bring a blitz. Cam Bynum's playing center field. Jared Goff does an outstanding job.
Appreciate it, Gus. Appreciate it, buddy.
Looking him off, getting Cam Bynum to float to his right. He comes right back with Amon-Ra up the right hash. Easy strike down the middle of the field.
Here comes Cam Akers from the goal stripe to the 5, 10, 15, 20. Just inside the numbers, hit and stopped at the 25. It'll be a 25-yard return for Akers after the Lions, averaging 30 points a game, most in the NFL. Go 5 plays, 83 yards, took 2 minutes and change. Jared Goff, 35-yard touchdown pass to Amon-Ra St. Brown. Goff has started the game 9 of 9. Amon-Ra St. Brown has 4 touchdowns this season, and he scored a touchdown in 4 consecutive games. And Ben and Pete talked extensively about slowing the Lions' rushing attack. The Lions had 13 rushing yards in the first quarter. Right now, they have 71. So that ground game is really starting to churn for Detroit. Darnold, play action on first down, steps up in the pocket, passes to the left, caught Jefferson, good idea, first down, caught it at the 37, falls ahead to the 40, 15-yard connection, Darnold to Jefferson.
Yeah, Paul, and looking at both of the touchdowns by Detroit, I think there were mistakes defensively on the Jahmyr Gibbs run. You just didn't have guys fitting in the right gaps, and then on that last zero blitz, you had nobody, absolutely nobody playing the middle of the field. No adjustment was really made.
86 likes, 3,000 views.
Receiver went in motion. So a couple of mental mistakes, and that's what you got to give credit to Detroit, man. When you make a mistake, they're going to make you pay.
Darnold, 8 of 9, 63 yards, hands it to Aaron Jones. Room to the left side, but he was tripped up at the line of scrimmage, and he'll plunge ahead for a gain of 3 yards, making it 2nd and 7. Couple a Viking and a Lion got mixed up there. A member of the offensive line, Blake Brandell, got mixed up with Levi on
Eagles up on the Giants, 7-0. A.J. Brown, a touchdown in that one.
Aaron Jones, you don't see a running back take a play to the front side of a center who's blocking back. So Aaron Jones you just never know where he's going to go.
Middle of the second quarter, 14-10 Lions after the Vikings led 10-0. Offset eye left for Darnold under center. He's going to swing it right flat to Aaron Jones. Sprints to the 40, gets 45, first down 50. Toe taps the sideline.
Here we go, baby.
Lions territory to the 45. Aaron Jones with a showtime
What happened to my scores? My scores all fucked up.
12-yard gain after catching it first down for the Vikes.
And this is what Tampa Bay had a lot of success when playing the Lions. They did
I went to that one screen, y'all, and it erased everything.
So
I got to remember not to ever do that again.
Trying to take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defensive front from the Lions. In this play, it's just, again, not very complicated. You're just getting Aaron Jones the ball in space, and he can make the first guy miss. So, outstanding job by Jones out of the backfield.
1st and 10, Vikings from the Lions 45. Aaron Jones, the single set. Trent Sherfield Sr. in motion to the right. Handoff Jones, jump cut to the left, gets across the line of scrimmage, and then he's hit and taken down after a gain of 2 yards by D.J. Reader in his 9th year from Clemson. Unrestricted Cincinnati Bengal comes the way of the Motor City Kitties, and he's making plays.
Well, this team loves the blitz, the nickel, and Ben Lieber talked about it earlier, but Amik Robertson, just they're blitzing him constantly. They're just sending that extra guy against the run, against the pass. It doesn't matter. They're being very aggressive.
2nd and 8 for Minnesota from the Lions 43. Lions lead 14-10, 5:50 and counting to go in the first half. 2 tight ends for the Vikings. They're balanced. Play action for Darnold. 4-man rush for the Lions. Sam passes to the right side. Terrible pass.
Arnold picked off.
It is intercepted by the Detroit Lions, and holy cow, has this game turned around. Brian Branch, with his 4th interception this year, has taken the ball away from Sam Darnold, who now has 5 interceptions this year. And the Lions, once trailing 10-0, have outscored the Vikings 14-0. Now they just took the ball from Sam the man on the fan.
That was a great job by Brian Branch. He just sat there. He knew where Addison was going to go.
Wheels coming off the purple bus.
He knew exactly where Darnold was going to end up going with that football and stepped up in front.
I don't like it one bit.
The receiver. So, interesting part, that's the 8th interception by the Lions for this season, Paul, and all of them, all 8 have been by their safeties. So Branch doing a great job identifying what's happening in front of them and making a play.
Jared Goff, 9 of 9. Puts Amon-Ra St. Brown in motion.
Up, Mountain Man.
Hand off Jahmyr Gibbs, shakes to the right. That is Craig Reynolds. It's one of their backups.
That's Gibbs.
Jahmyr Gibbs, thank you. Jahmyr Gibbs shakes left, shakes right, gets an 8-yard run, and he's about the fastest tailback we will see on the schedule.
Yeah, he's unbelievable. You see him on film, and then you see him in real life, and the guy is just so good.
What's up, Adrian Diaz? Welcome to the stream.
That's where Dallas got themselves in trouble last week, turning the ball over 4 times. Given this Lions offense an added possession after they just scored 2 touchdowns in a row, it's not winning football.
5 runs, 66 yards, and a touchdown for Gibbs. Goff back to pass, checks down over the middle, caught Jahmyr Gibbs to the 45, bounces off Ivan Pace, and gets into Vikings territory to the 46. That's an 18-yard catch and run by the second-year Alabama product, and it should have been about 12 or 13. What are we doing here?
Well, we're not wrapping up when we tackle. You had both he and Harrison Smith, Ivan Pace and Harrison Smith right there to hit him, and neither one of them, they both put a shoulder into him, but nobody wants to wrap him up and bring him to the ground.
We could use that, Armando. The Vikings could definitely use some purple people eater action.
Clock runs, 4:20 and counting to go in the first half. Goff hands it to Gibbs, gets through the line of scrimmage again, heads to the left side, stiff arms Ivan Pace at the 42, and he'll plunge ahead to the 37-yard line. It's going to be a 9-yard run by Jahmyr Gibbs, and I think Ivan Pace Jr. is seeing about enough at 26 right now.
Well, they're just running the football north and south, and you're right, Ivan Pace is unblocked. He's got to step up and make that tackle. So, again, with this Lions team, Paul, if you're letting them run the ball with this kind of efficiency, this is exactly their identity, right? They're just going to run the ball all day long, take a bootleg or play action pass on you and try to hit you deep.
2nd and 2 for the Lions from the Vikings 38, 14-10 Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown with a catching touchdown in motion to the left. Goff throws that way. It's a quick hitter, and it's caught at the 35. That's good enough for the first down. Caught it on Stephon Gilmore, who sealed the victory in London with an interception. 4-yard gain. First down Lions, 3:20 and counting to go in the first half. From the Vikings 35, Detroit has 2 timeouts remaining. The Vikings are out of timeouts and get the ball to begin the second half.
Yeah, we had a couple of early timeouts and then a lost challenge, which took all of them. But right now for the Vikings, it's try to hold this Lions offense to 3 points and keep this a one-score football game.
Goff is 11 for 11. Hand off David Montgomery. Josh Metellus tries
There we go. There we go.
Behind, and he forced him farther out right. So Jonathan Bullard, Andrew Van Ginkel, and Harrison Phillips could finish him off. Loss of 1 approaching the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 11 from the Vikings 36.
Yeah, great job by Jonathan Bullard on the front side of that play, Paul. But you're right. You have, when you get Josh Metellus and those guys, the linebackers running inside out, there's no cut.
And Dr. Joanne Krause, PhD.
Bullard was able to stay on the front and make the play. So good job defending. Good job of gap control by the defense.
Goff out of the shotgun. Amon-Ra St. Brown crosses the formation in front of 16 to the left. 3 receivers left, 2 right. 1 is Jamison Williams. He has no catches. Goff back to pass. Throws over the middle. Caught Sam Laporta between the hash marks at the 12. And he's blasted down to the 11-yard
Lions have entered the red zone.
25-yard connection for Sam Laporta, his first catch today, and Jared Goff is 12 of 12. 2-minute warning. It is 14-10 Lions, and they're threatening.
This is the 2-minute warning.
They have it 1st and 10 from the Vikings 11 on the KFAN Minnesota Vikings radio network, driven by Polaris.
For the Vikings, growth is a team effort. Coaches maximize performance. Teammates push your limits. But in business,
we are at the 2-minute warning of the second or the first half. Lions 14 to 10. New subscriber gamers, welcome to the Berserkers. General Thor will be proud.
So it's as secure as a defensive line. And as
Lions are threatening, however. Vikings will receive the second half kickoff.
Learn more at lumen.com. Services not available everywhere.
With its smart, sustainable water solutions, Pentair helps the world move, improve, and enjoy water, life's most essential resource. From great tasting water for homes and businesses,
2 minutes, 2 minutes, Gus.
Solutions and everywhere in between, Pentair is focused on driving innovation that helps people and the planet thrive. Visit Pentair.com to learn how. Pentair, the official sustainable water partner of the Minnesota Vikings.
If you're a window installer, keep it simple. Choose Anderson 400 Series windows. They're the cladwood windows contractors trust the most. So much so, they're the windows contractors trust for their own homes. And with fewer callbacks, the choice is simple. It's Anderson 400 Series windows. The windows contractors trust the most. Get started at AndersonWindows.com today.
Claims based on 2022 Anderson Brand Survey of U.S. contractors.
For Minnesotans, the outdoors is home. Nobody gives you more ways to get there than Polaris.
Nice, Gus. It'd be nice we get a turnover.
From Ranger side-by-sides to Indy snowmobiles and Bennington pontoons, we bring Minnesota.
Be nice we could just hold them to 3 here. Keep it a one-score game with us getting the ball after the half.
Invitation. A chance to let what's outside challenge what's inside you. Polaris. Think outside. A proud partner of your Minnesota Vikings.
Go in the first half. Detroit leads 14-10. The Vikings came into the game having only trailed this season for 3 minutes, 26 seconds.
Oh, I'm not on camera today, Nord. I'm not on camera today. Just the AI.
Got a Graham Gano field goal. The Vikings have led since they took the lead there, game 1, all the way until the second quarter of this game. But the Detroit Lions, with this high-octane offense, they got a 45-yard run from Jahmyr Gibbs. Then Goff hit Amon-Ra St. Brown, and they lead at 14-10. Here's a first down toss to Jameer Gibbs, right side play, strung out, hit at the line of scrimmage, falls ahead for 2. It'll be 2nd and 8 from the 9.
Yeah, and during the break, we all had a chance to talk about the struggles that the Lions have had in the red zone. They've been to the red zone more than any other team in the league, but they're 16th when it comes to red zone percentage and scoring. So
John Kirby, welcome to the Berserkers. General Thor will be proud.
Things get different in the red zone. Those safeties are in the boxes, and they've been struggling with putting points on the board, and that's for the Vikings now, you hold them to a field goal here, you get the ball coming out in the second half. It's a one-score game. You got an opportunity to get right back into this thing.
Goff, shotgun. Khalif Raymond in motion to the right. Handoff, David Montgomery. He goes pounding between the hash marks up the middle to the 8. Hit at the 7 and stopped after a gain of 1, maybe 2.
All right, 1 minute, 4 seconds, clock running, second quarter. It's going to be 3rd and 6 for the Lions.
The Lions have 2 timeouts. The Minnesota Vikings have none.
Yeah, we need the crowd here. And don't think for a minute that if this isn't close, as for a 4th down
Get
play,
loud at the bank. Get loud.
I think they're going to let the clock run down and take a timeout. Because Jared Goff's not even in the huddle, so they're going to let this clock run down a little bit.
Right.
Take a timeout, discuss what they want to do on 3rd down.
So that's exactly what they do.
Detroit calls their 2nd timeout of the half. 30 seconds.
It's just zany.
What's up, Ruben Alvarez? What's up, Ruben?
Outscored the opposition in the first quarter, 48-3. Okay, well that's that's what they do and how they start offensively and defensively. The Vikings have yet to give up a touchdown in the first quarter through 6 games. They outscored them 10-0. So that's 58-3 into the second quarter. Lions are like, okay, watch this.
Yeah.
We're plus 40-point differential in the second quarter. Number 1 in the NFL.
I can confirm I do not own any onesies.
Yeah, I think the disappointing part is just offensively we haven't been able to really move the football. We've had turnover. We had a turnover on the last drive. Penalties before that.
They're weirdos. It's a bunch of weirdos up in here, COO.
Made us pay with explosive plays, and that I think is the biggest difference.
3rd and 7 from the 7.
Talented enough that if you make one mistake, they can light up the scoreboard.
3rd and 6 from the Vikings 7. Detroit 0 of 3 on 3rd down. They'll run Gibbs.
Run up the middle. Gibbs. Touchdown Lions.
Jameer Gibbs untouched for the first 15 feet of the 3rd down, and he walked into the end zone.
So the Lions, the 2024, or the Vikings, the 2024 edition, no different than the 2023 one. They love to give up points going in at halftime to the other team. They love it.
With the way our front was set up and how they were just looking to rush the football or to throw the football, and we didn't get that. I mean, what team in 3rd and 9 from their 11, 10-yard line runs the football? Not many.
Bates, line drive extra point is good. And despite trailing 10-0 at the end of the first quarter, Ben Lieber, the Minnesota Vikings have been blitzed by Honolulu Blue. Jameer Gibbs, 2 touchdowns. Amon-Ra St. Brown on a beauty from Jared Goff. And the Lions lead 21-10. What do you have up your sleeve?
Well, I know that we're aggressive on defense. I just think that here we come back in the second half. I hate to say it, but we got to pull the dogs off a little bit. You know, we're creating so many voids by blitzing second-level defenders. We're losing a linebacker, whether it's Metellus or it's Dallas Turner blitzing from that second level. We're not replacing that blitz quick enough. They're just quick, easy checkdowns, and then they get us on our heels, and then we blitz again, and he's got all the time in the world, and then he uses his eyes really well to move defenders out of the way, and he throws right down the middle of the field. So they are in total control offensively against our defense, and I think the change-up defensively in the second half is go ahead, show that illusion of blitz again, get up to the line of scrimmage, drop out, only rush 3 or 4.
Adjustments will have to be made in Minnesota. Going to have to come back on a team in the second half. Can they do it and remain perfect on the season, or will the Lions take over first place in the NFC North?
Is
catching the ball on a kickoff. That's a good start.
Trying to watch how all this is going on down here, but just
no timeouts. 23 seconds to go before the half.
Becomes their enemy, right? That's what is coming up next. So for our offense, 23 seconds, no timeouts, not much you can do here. So you're going to have to huddle up at halftime I think it's offensively where I'm most concerned, Paul. Just lack of a rhythm, the penalties, just not really, the turnover. Then don't forget that the Lions on that scoring drive was a result of a turnover.
Yeah.
So,
wow.
We're not doing ourselves any favors on offense either.
Well, and 23 seconds to go in the first half. Vikings don't have any timeouts, trailing 21-10, first and 10 from their own 20. There's a common thread developing here that you and Ben just crushed in the pregame, and it's not going our way. Darnold, back to pass, throws over the middle, dropped by Johnny Munt. We're sloppy. Cam Akers tried to catch the kickoff, helmet high at the 2, and he dropped it. A sloppy 1A. But here's the deal. The Lions, you guys talk so much about the importance of stopping the Lions' run.
Yeah.
All right, they ran for 13 yards in the first quarter. They've run for 77 in the second quarter, and funny, they've scored 3 touchdowns.
Exactly right. That plays into their style of. We talked about the number of attempts and completions with Jared Goff. He's lighting it up in a passer rating and everything, but he's only been throwing the ball 18 times. He's at 18 completions a game.
2nd and 10 from the 20.
How are they moving the football?
7 seconds, clock running, or 17 seconds to go.
Darnold out of the shotgun, gives it to Aaron.
Draw off the middle. Jones.
25 to the 30, angles right to the 35, stopped at the 38. 17-yard run for Aaron Jones.
After Detroit in the house, welcome to the stream.
The Detroit Lions were trailing 10-0 at the end of the first quarter, but there's a reason they're the NFL's highest scoring offense.
You think they'll get Crosby?
It doesn't
All right,
matter
halftime, y'all. We are at the half. Lions 21, Vikings 10.
21 second quarter points. Vikings get the ball to begin the second half, and Detroit has the lead, 21-10 from Minneapolis. This is Minnesota Vikings football. Touchdown!
All right, so we are at halftime, y'all. We are at halftime. I'll bring up the team stats. I'm going to take a little break. I'll see you for the second half. Vikings receive the second half kickoff, and they got work to do. Down by 11. Do I leave a button open on my onesie? I don't own a onesie. David, do you? So Lions with a 21-10 lead at the half. Is this a case? Is this a case Vikings fans of the same old Vikings. Do they come out in this second half and just lay down? Or do they fight to get back in this one? What do you think, Vikings fans? I will admit, if there was an Ohtani onesie, I would probably wear it. With pride. With pride. Vikings are better than this. Let's regroup at the half and come back kicking ass. I know they can do this. Dr. Joanne says this beat slaps. Yeah, Mahomes coming in looking spiffy today. Mahomes rolls up in a suit and tie, y'all. All right, 8 subscribers away from 17.6. You read a lot when you were in the field, T. Kubler?
Sunday, 21-10, Lions have the lead. There is a new way to stream your Vikings coverage shows and insight right on your big screen TV. It's Fox Local, a free streaming app. Search Fox Local on your streaming device, install, and stay connected to your Vikings and local news with Fox Local. I'm Muss, and joining me here from the VEN, the Vikings Entertainment Network, Tatum Everett. And Tatum, what we saw in the first quarter, Vikes go 10-0 rip on the Lions, right?
How they've been doing it for the most part, right?
In the first quarter.
It's been starting.
Yeah, the first quarters this year, 58-3.
Insane.
Right. Second quarter.
Are we going to talk about it?
Yeah, 21 rip for the Lions on your Minnesota Vikings. What happened in that second quarter?
Yeah, I think it's just the lack of rhythm on both sides. You kind of feel like this defense is not playing like they're not trusting each other to fill in those assignments. You see Jared Goff really attacking the middle there. He's having a lot of success. He has not missed a throw. Their run game is just moving right through. Jameer Gibbs is averaging 10.5 yards per run.
Yeah. MOS TQ, what was that MOS? Truck driver.
So that's not really good. And so I think these guys need to come back in here. I'm pretty sure Brian Flores will have a really good adjustment to make there during halftime and have the defense playing more together. They need to stop this run game and get to the quarterback more. We've seen a lot of the problems that have happened coming from the pressure that they're able to put on quarterbacks.
Right.
But he's looking like Jared Goff, which we're not used to seeing with this defense. This defense makes Aaron Rodgers look bad, you know? Right. So this has been really
when they're blitzing, they're not getting home, and that's been kind of the biggest problem there, especially in that second quarter, where it was like, okay, we're bringing pressure, but we're not getting there, and so that leaves the back end wide open, and man, have they ever exploited.
Yeah, and that's part of Brian Flores' defense, though. Like, if you can't get to the guy, there is going to be opportunities throughout the field that will create spaces that you can see him completing passes on. So you have to be able to get to Jared Goff.
Offensively, in that second quarter especially, just could, like you said, could not get a rhythm at all. And then all of a sudden penalties. Yeah. And that's the part that really stinks the most, because you're coming out of a bye week, and then you're getting all these pre-snap penalties on your offense. You can't, I mean, you're moving the sticks back.
Sure. And like I think Sam Darnold has a good grasp of this offense, but he is changing the cadences, and I think this team is still getting to know his cadences and how he's changing things up.
It was 72 Golf, and shortly after that, when I deployed to Desert Storm, 72 Echo.
Call the line, but the offensive line's still getting to know him in that aspect. So there may be a few penalties for that, but yeah, you gotta start getting something going here, because the Lions are 21 unanswered. Yeah. And I don't think that this team has played from behind since the first quarter.
First quarter, yeah. 3 minutes, 26 seconds prior to today.
So here's that test. Here's that test of coming out, playing from behind. Here's that adversity. How do you answer?
Tatum Everett from the Vikings Entertainment Network. Thank you, Tatum. Appreciate that.
Of course. Thank you so much, Mess.
All right, here we go. Located at Eden Prairie Center, Wildfire offers a selection of steaks, chops, and seafood in a modern-day 1940s supper club. You can join us for lunch. You can go to dinner or carry out. Plan your next corporate or social event in one of
87 likes, just 3 away from a hundo, 4,400 views. Thank you so much, everybody.
2110 here on the Minnesota Vikings Radio Network, driven by Polaris.
You're free now. Free to fill your feed with impossibly chonky chonkers who chonk harder than you ever thought possible.
Cats, corgis, babies, baby penguins, baby pandas, chunky baby pandas.
Free to make your smart devices do silly things. Free to open a world of remote work and a portal into Gametopia.
Who's the boss now?
Free to be everything you imagine, and then some. That's how it feels to have Quantum Fiber Internet. Quantum Fiber, your world unleashed. Learn more at quantumfiber.com. Limited availability, service in select locations only.
You're listening to Vikings football.
It's Formula One race day in Texas, and you can hear it all live on Sirius XM. You set for the green flag in Austin at 3 Eastern.
All 5 lights are on, and we're racing in the United States.
And stay tuned after the
Screw F1. F1 sucks.
ESPN Extra, Sirius XM 81, and the all-new Sirius XM app.
I'm Billy Joel. We've got stories about my songs and...
Is everything fixed in the world of sports? I don't remember you saying anything about fixed when we were 5-0 and you thought we were going to win today.
Our club gigs that we did in the early 70s. I had some lighter fluid, and I said, what the hell? Working too hard to give you a heart attack. The Billy Joel.
David Catalano in the house. What's going on, Mr. Catalano?
For moving the chains at 3 p.m. Eastern on NFL Radio.
We'll be breaking down all the action from Sunday and getting you ready for a double dose of Monday Night Football as the Ravens take on the
Vikings.
Buccaneers
I dare you. I dare you, Minnesota Vikings.
Plus, we'll talk to Falcons
to come back in this
Mars
game.
And keep you updated on the latest injury news.
So come talk some ball with us
tomorrow.
I dare you
to show up in a big
Sirius
game.
XM, NFL Radio Channel 88 and the all-new Sirius XM app.
This is Bill Belichick. Hear me break down the week in the NFL every Monday night on Let's Go, 6 Eastern on Mad Dog Sports Radio.
What I've seen
Channel
today
82.
from this team is some clown shit.
21-10 Lions, welcome back. And regardless of season, Polaris makes a way for you to enjoy the outdoors. Hop on a boat, motorcycle, sled, ATV, or side-by-side and see all Minnesota has to offer. Polaris, think outside. Also, thank you, Quick Trip. Here's the trivia question. Which Viking recorded 2 sacks, an interception, and a fumble recovery in Minnesota's 1997 win at Detroit? Joey Browner, Al Noga, Scott Studwell, or Mike Merriweather? And the answer is Mike Merriweather.
All right, here we go. Start of the third quarter.
Hey, Peter.
Minnesota will start with the football.
Vikings' longest possession today, 9 plays, 36 yards, led to a Will Reichert field goal. The Lions in the first quarter, their longest possession from 3 tries, 14 yards. Then in the second quarter,
he's warming up. Catalano is warming up.
TD, 573 TD. 972 TD. How does that happen?
Yeah, that's exactly right. And our offense just not putting it together, not sustaining drives, and we're really not getting the football to Justin Jefferson. 3 receptions for 33 yards. I mean, what's our identity? Whatever, you know.
Here we go.
What do we do well? We haven't been able to do that, and the penalties have also killed us on offense as well. So that's the big part that I'm looking for in the second half.
Land in the landing zone, which puts it at the 20-yard line.
That's what I'm looking for in the second half here, Paul, is what's our response on offense? Because we really didn't have much of an identity at all in the first.
Wow, they don't exactly have a crack announcing crew on Fox. Olsen and Amin.
We score a touchdown, and since then, it hasn't gone very well.
1st and 10, Minnesota from its own 20. Trailing 21-10 to start the second half. Aaron Jones maneuvers to the left of Darnold. Out of the shotgun, throws left. Caught
Here we go, Jets. First down, Vikes.
To the 30, and he's out of bounds at the 34. It's a 14-yard quick hitter to JJ and a first down.
Well, what we've done already is spread out this Lions defense. If they want to put 3 linebackers on the field, spread them out. Make one of these linebackers cover in space. They can't disguise as well. We've been trying to run the football, these compacted formations. We're just pulling guys into the box. Spread them out. We've already seen that change already.
You're right.
Get these linebackers in
space. Wrong, Lo.
Like
you're a Lions fan, ain't you?
Field with Rodriguez covering a wide receiver. Come on.
Darnold, 10 of 13, 90 yards. Back to pass. He's going to throw out to the right. Caught by Jefferson at the line of scrimmage, and he stood up by Malcolm Rodriguez along with Kirby Joseph, a safety who has 4 interceptions, including picks in 3 consecutive games. No gain. 2nd and 10.
Got to get a better block by Johnny Munt. I mean, if you're going to be walked out there and you're going to throw the quick screen on the outside, you can't just get run through by the linebacker. So the physicality of our offense needs they need to step up. I don't care if it's in the box or out on the edges.
Darnold, 2nd and 10 from his own 35. He goes out of the shotgun. Jalen Naylor in motion to the right, back to the left. Play action for Darnold. Big rush. He spins away.
Flag.
On the play. That's
Multiple.
Vikings. Darnold floats out to the right. Now he throws it out of bounds. Absolute holding. Maybe on Bradbury, 5-6.
Yeah, you got one in the backfield. I mean, this could be offsetting. Yeah, they got a hold against the Lions because they were trying to do the little trap pass and hit I think it was JJ or Jalen Naylor over the middle of the field, and it wasn't there because he was held.
All right, Mike, we'll see you later.
And Darnold goes to scrambling, and our offensive line comes up with a hold.
By both teams on the play.
Yeah, they're going to offset.
Holding on the offense by number 86 and 75. Prior to the pass, holding number 21. Of the
Everybody
defense.
out there holding. Everybody on the field holding.
Yeah, come on, Johnny Munn. I mean, you were out in space, and you had a hold, and then, you got him one-on-one against the... I don't even know. How is that a holding call? I just saw it on the replay. It's a little tough. But you're seeing like Amik Robertson on that play holding JJ. Again, that's what they do, right? They'll take these holding penalties and say, all right, no big deal, but we're not going to let JJ get in any type of a rhythm.
2nd and 10 from the Vikings 35. Jefferson in motion to the right, floats back to the left, and he's outside of Jalen Naylor. Darnold out of the shotgun, 5-man rush.
Let's go.
Jefferson at the 40 in front of his
real
head,
close to a first down.
Ahead to the 43-yard line, touchdown by their leading tackler, Jack Campbell. It's a gain of 8, 3rd and 2.
And so the Vikings putting Justin Jefferson in motion, and that's the best way to get him a free release, by getting him the motion up and down the field. Right now we got Josh Pascal.
Another Lion hurt.
He went down earlier and then came right back in. So, but keep JJ on the move, and that keeps him from getting jammed up and held up at the line of scrimmage. So
Jefferson,
huge. This is a huge third down for us right here, Paul. To keep this drive moving, try to get some points on the board and answer to come out of the second half and say, hey, here we go.
Jefferson with 56 receiving yards has passed Sammy White for 6th most in the history of the Minnesota Vikings. Now he sets his sights on Jake Reed for 5th. And he's just 28 yards away from that. Well, how about this, though, with Sam Darnold? Okay, Darnold, 0 touchdown passes, 1 pick today. Same situation.
I will see you, Doc.
London. Sam Darnold
agreed.
Agreed. Touchdown pass all the way back to the first half at Green Bay with like 5:50.
A 3rd and 2, a big 3rd and 2 for the Vikings. 13:08 clock running in the 3rd.
Right, and we've seen it. I think the second half of the Jets game, and then going into this game, it's just. There's something just missing right now with this offense, and hopefully we can get it back here right now.
Vikings 1 of 4 on 3rd down. This is 3rd and 2. Darnold out of the shotgun. Blitz is picked up. Throws left.
Wide open. First down. And more.
Naylor, he dropped it. And they're not saying he was out of bounds.
No.
Picked up by Brian Branch to the 30, to the 20. Eludes a tackle at the 5. He's in the end zone. Touchdown.
Are you kidding me?
Detroit Lions. It's a defensive touchdown, their first touchdown of the season, 2nd defensive touchdown in the career of Brian Branch, first via fumble recovery.
Naylor is out of bounds before he fumbles that.
By the runner, recovered by Detroit for a touchdown.
Well, unofficially, it's 27.
Naylor's foot is clearly out of bounds.
Replay here.
He's out of bounds.
U.S. Bank
He's
Stadium.
way out of bounds.
Clearly out of bounds.
That ball comes out.
Yeah, this is no touchdown.
Yeah, but still, I mean, you go from that kind of momentum from a first down to that, that jumping up in your face. It's just, again, it's one of those things that set you back. That's assuming they turn this thing over, Paul. I mean, it looks pretty obvious to us. I mean, stranger things have happened. But
yeah. Well, the Lions defense came back on the field, so.
What we're starting to see, though, too, is that the Lions, if we can just get this game to stabilize, they can't get to the quarterback.
All right, this is under a scoring
rush,
review.
Right?
Scoring
they just
review.
Don't have the firepower. They have Aleem McNeil is their best pass rusher.
The previous play is now under review.
Well, thank you.
Well, thank goodness. But they need the blitz to get.
Right, Fox's graphic has the Lions with 27. But this has to come back. His foot clearly out of bounds. Purple cleats on a white background.
Touchdown. We pause.
And the whole foot is out of bounds.
It is unofficially 27-10 Lions, but we believe this will be overturned. Back shortly, it's Minnesota Vikings football.
Wow, that gets loud, y'all. I apologize for that. Their commercials just go way louder.
XM app. Just search Minnesota Vikings on the app and tap the favorite stuff. Access to the pre- and post-game shows. And come back during the week for extra Vikings content, including coach and player press conferences, interviews, and much more. It's all on the Sirius XM app. Download it and search Minnesota Vikings today.
NBC Sports Audio Channel 85 on Sirius XM is your home for expert analysis, popular talk shows, and live sports coverage.
Here comes Clark. How will she go for history? The all-time leading scorer in women's college basketball.
Listen to Dan Patrick, Mike Florio, Matthew Berry, and Chris Sims break down the latest news and offer expert analysis.
How about we play the Super Bowl on the Saturday instead of the Sunday 2 weeks after the AFC-NFC title game? Who's with me?
Plus, play-by-play coverage of some of the biggest events in sports.
They don't have it posted, and I can't tell you, man. I'm looking on ESPN. I can't give you the name of the Lions player that returned that.
NBC Sports Audio Channel 85 on Sirius XM.
Sometimes a song can make all the difference.
All right, betting's still open on who will win this game. Vikings or Lions are your choices.
A channel filled with songs
Cheapest
of faith
Dodger
to lift
ticket
your
is currently
spirits as the leaves
$152.
start to
Too
fall.
high for me, says David Yee.
I listened to the message.
Yeah, I think that's going to get even worse if they advance, David, no doubt.
Channel 65, and home on the SiriusXM app.
With the SiriusXM app, you can hear your hometown announcers all season long. Just search for your team on the SiriusXM app and tap the star to save it as your favorite.
Whole foot's out of there. Oh, his whole freaking foot. 4 whole full inches inside the white line.
Fumble recovery touchdown of right around 50 yards. Gives us time to share with you that you can pick up a commemorative Pepsi Vikings Cup at U.S. Bank Stadium for your chance to win Victor's Ride or other great prizes. Fill your cup with an ice cold Pepsi. Thank you, Pepsi and Skol.
Yeah, how about Brian Branch? If this is a touchdown, then he has an interception and then a
So
fumble
the answer to
return
your
for a
question was
touchdown.
Brian Branch, Everett.
Not a bad half of a football game, right, for Brian Branch there.
Well, Jahmyr Gibbs, too, for their offense. I mean, he has 2 touchdowns today. He scored 3 against the Vikings
If it's
last
that
year.
first foot, his toe is turned.
To review, the runner was out of bounds.
Thank you.
Prior to the
There we
ball
go.
coming loose. The ball will be placed at the 46-yard line where it's first down. Please set the game clock to 12:48. 12:48 on the game clock, please.
Now you got to get back into rhythm, Paul. You know what I mean? That's the hard part about all this. Is even though that's overturned and the whole thing, but you stood around now for about 4 minutes,
right,
trying to figure this thing out. But I do like how we're starting to spread out the formations. We're starting to spread this defense out. Again, they're playing a true 4-3. They got 3 linebackers out there. If you go 3 wide or spread people out, you're going to get a mismatch somewhere. So let's see.
We need a Sam Darnold passing touchdown.
First and 10 for the Vikes, y'all. 12:43 remaining in the third.
To go in the first half at Green Bay, hit Jefferson. Nothing in the second half, nothing in London, nothing in the first half here, Darnold. First and 10.
Jones, left side.
Across the 45.
Pickup of 9.
At the 40, somebody paid for it. 9-yard burst by Aaron Jones, 2nd and 1.
Yeah, great job. You line up multiple tight ends on the near side. You get all the linebackers to boss their way over, and you run it on the back side. So great run.
Blake Brandell with excellent blocking. 2nd and short. Handoff Jones.
First down and more.
It's like they ran the same play. He lowers the head at the 30, falls ahead to the 28. 9-yard gain for Aaron Jones, and another Minnesota Vikings first down.
Yeah, Christian Darrisaw starting to wear out.
Approaching the red zone, so we'll go to the main.
Defensive end. He's in there, just and as they just make the change and Josh Paschal comes back in, but he was absolutely wearing him out, and it was 5, 6, 7 yards a carry.
Aaron Jones, 11 runs, 84 yards, and a touchdown. He's the single set. First and 10 from the Lions, 27. Darnold, play action. Deep drop. Throws it right, caught Johnny Munt at about the 28, and he will plunge ahead just outside the numbers for a gain of 2 yards, making it 2nd and 8. Lions lead 21-10, 11:20 and counting to go in quarter 3.
What's interesting is we had the extra tight ends in there, and you run the play fake, and all their linebackers had stepped up. So in that respect, it was stacked up beautifully. There just really wasn't anything there. You had one-man route with Justin Jefferson.
2nd and 8.
They were trying to lead
Ball sits just outside of the 25-yard line. Vikings badly in need of a score here.
Weird situation there.
2nd and 8 from the Lions, 25. Jones to the left of Darnold out of the shotgun. Jefferson in motion to the right. He's solo alone over there. Couple of receivers left. Darnold, he takes a
Darnold just throws it into the ground.
He threw it at the feet of Aaron Jones. There were uncharging Lions all over Sam, so now it's 3rd and 8.
Well,
Turned my mic way down accidentally,
right
y'all.
The Lions are playing man-to-man because we're just not getting a lot. He's not seeing a lot of separation. We're not getting a lot of separation. We're playing man-to-man when we're in nickel. When they're in nickel, excuse me. Whenever they bring Amik Robertson out on the field, we're trying to get a screen. And the thing is, it's hard to get the screen started in man-to-man because the linebackers are hugging up on the running back. But if you get it, it could be a huge play.
Vikings
3rd and 8.
5 on 3rd down. This is 3rd and 8 from the Lions 25. Addison in motion to the left. Lions blitz.
Arnold, corner. Touchdown.
Justin Jefferson with his 5th touchdown this year. It's 21-16 Lions.
And Paul, why didn't you ask for a passing touchdown when we were in London, maybe 3rd quarter?
Right.
They order one up. But yeah, what a response by this offense. You get JJ one-on-one, and that's what I'm talking about. You get the man-to-man, you throw that 50-50 ball. JJ has a way, is going to find a way to come up with it, but a beautiful job on Amik Robertson.
Reichard, 17 of 17 on extra points, snap spot, and the kick is good. So Sam Darnold throws his first touchdown pass since deep in the first half of the game at Lambeau Field. And the Minnesota Vikings have cut Detroit's lead to 21-17 on the Sleep Number scoreboard and the KFAN Minnesota Vikings radio network, driven by Polaris.
Thursdays on CBS. Ready to have your spirits lifted? Then Ghosts is the comedy for you. I mean, it's an age-old story. Couple moves into an estate only to find out it's haunted by ghosts from throughout the centuries. We've got a hippie, a ghost with an arrow through his neck, a guy who knew Alexander Hamilton, and a personal favorite of mine, a Viking. See why critics have called it drop-dead funny. All new Ghosts. Thursday, 8:30, 7:30 Central on CBS.
The Yaller horn has spoken. It's saying, when the Vikings score, Vikings fans win. This season, if the Vikings score 2 or more touchdowns in a single game, you get a free Big Mac. That's right. When the Vikings score 2 or more touchdowns in a game, get a free Big Mac with a purchase of $2 or more.
Big Mac.
Only on the McDonald's app. Offer valid once per person the day after the Vikings score 2+ touchdowns through 1/31/2025 at participating McDonald's. Excludes tax. Must opt into rewards.
When football season kicks off, everything else takes a back seat to sports convenience. That's sports convenience. Running errands, not sports convenient. Cooking dinner,
Come on,
not
Vikings.
sports
Come on,
but
man.
Shopping online is now extra.
We need the
sports
defense to
convenient
show up.
thanks to a fast online checkout.
We need the
offered by
defense
banks
to
and
find
credit unions.
itself.
With Pays, there's no typing in card numbers, no apps to download, and cards stay in one place, so you don't have to leave the couch. In the name of sports convenience, try Pays today. Learn more at PAZE.com.
All right, little silence there. I don't know. Viking telecast not coming back yet.
Scoreboard Central.
Brought to you by the Minnesota Lottery. You can play the new Viking Scratch game from the Minnesota Lottery with a chance to win up to $100,000 instantly. Allen to Cooper, 12-yard touchdown. Bills have the lead over the Titans.
Cameron says, come on, Lions. What's up, Cameron?
Cousins to London, but it's Seattle holding on to a 3-point
We busted
lead.
5,000 views, 107
Falcons
likes.
mixed
Appreciate
up
it, y'all.
for
Thank you
2
so much.
touchdowns. Texans have the lead, 19-14 over the Packers. Now, back to PA.
All righty, Mr. Mike Mussman. And thank you to everybody for listening to the KFAN Vikings Radio Network. With Ben Lieber and Pete Bursich, I'm Paul Allen. Sam Darnold orchestrated a 9-play, 80-yard touchdown drive. Took 4 minutes, 15 seconds. It was a 25-yard hit to Justin Jefferson to cut Detroit's lead to 21-17. Ate up nearly 5 minutes of quarter number 3. As Will Reichard kicks it to the east side of U.S. Bank Stadium, and boom. About 2 yards deep in the end zone, and Khalif Raymond goes to a knee. So now
$900 for a World Series ticket in New York.
Time this half. Jared Goff, 12 of 12.
What's up, Jacob?
And a touchdown to Amon-Ra St. Brown, who has 75 yards. Jameer Gibbs, 8 runs, 84 yards, 2 touchdowns. Jameer Gibbs has scored 5 touchdowns against the Vikings in 2.5 games.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. They have 11 rushing touchdowns, 12 rushing touchdowns right now and 9 passing. So that's where they're different. They're explosive in the running game. We saw that back when we had Adrian Peterson, where every handoff could end up being a big play.
Goff on first down from under center. Play action. Throws left.
What a catch by Montgomery.
At the 30. Gets to the 35, 40. And he's
Vikings defense still chasing.
14-yard catch and run by David
We need him to firm up here, y'all. We need the Vikings defense to show out right now on this drive. Hold him.
Yeah, when Goff ran the play.
What a catch, though, by Montgomery. The ball thrown badly behind him.
Defender right in his face, Jonathan Grenard, and so he threw that ball off target.
Turnover would be nice, Gus. A turnover would be nice.
Vikings shuffling guys in late. Tackle Jalen Redmond just ran into the game. First down, Goff under center. Hand off Montgomery, jump cut right. And he's hit by Van Ginkel at the 48. But Montgomery, who can be a load, falls ahead for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd and 4.
Yeah, what I don't like is how their offensive
Buffalo
line,
scores Amari Cooper his first touchdown as a Bill, and the Bills lead it 14-10.
right when the running back's taking the handoff, he already has 2 or 3 yards down the field. So we've got to control the line of scrimmage better with our big guys up front.
Goff 13 of 13, 180-1 out of the shotgun. Back to
Up the
Montgomery,
middle.
Jump cut left.
You get
This
nothing.
time Flags come in. Josh Metellus.
And they held probably 2.
Bernard. No gain for Montgomery. A couple of flags came in.
Holding. Offense number 6.
There we go. Back them up.
Second down.
Graham Glasgow. But the common thread, Pete, still is in play until we stop it. Now, the Vikings stopped Montgomery there, but the Lions, a team that can throw all over the field, but they want to run first to set it up. They ran for 13 yards in the first quarter, 84 in the second quarter. That absolutely played into them taking the lead.
Well, that's kind of my point, is they don't really throw the ball all over the field, right? They run the football and maybe play action against it or run it when you think they're going to throw the football. So it's going to be interesting to see here. It's about tackling now.
2nd and 14 from the Lions 40. Goff out of the shotgun, facing a big blitz. He'll whip it out to the right. Caught Khalif Raymond at the 45. It's a gain of 5, making it 3rd and 9 for the Lions, who lead 21-17.
Yeah, much better job with when we bring the pressure.
Come on.
Somebody coming free and getting pressure on Goff. So
3rd and 9, y'all. 3rd and 9. This Vikings defense asleep out there.
St. Brown, he was already almost all the way out of bounds and couldn't get any yards
Come
after
on.
the catch. So this is a huge play right here.
Lions 1 of 4 on 3rd down. Into the game, the Vikings with the 4th best 3rd down defense in the game. Play clock down to 10. Goff shares information with Frank Ragnow, Chanhasen's finest. 3 receivers out to the right. Make it to the left. 2 to the right. Goff on 3rd down. Back to pass. Pats it, throws. Caught Raymond, first down. In Vikings territory at the 42-yard line. On Cam Bynum. It's a gain of 13. They only needed 9. And this squared away professional. These guys are so professional. The Detroit Lions have a first down at the Vikings 42.
Yeah, Jared Goff is just doing a nice job of seeing what's out there and anticipating. He threw
Vikings need a big play. They need a big play here on defense, y'all. A pick, a fumble, something. Something.
Here comes the run, Paul.
15 of 15. 1st and 10 from the Vikings 42. Raymond in motion to the right. Goff back to pass, throws it. Ball's tipped.
All right, tipped at the line, incomplete.
Patrick Jones or Jonathan Bullard, one of the two. Got it. It'll be 2nd and 10. And thanks to the help with a pass defense, Jared Goff has proven.
Yeah, they're going to be the most expensive World Series tickets ever if the Dodgers make it and play the Yankees. They're going to be the most expensive.
Incompletion, so that's the kind of day that Jared Goff has had. So I'm surprised that they're deciding to throw the football.
Rummy
like
the Dread in the house.
to
David Medina says, wake up, Vikes, wake up.
Jameson Williams coming in a little bit late. 10 seconds left. They're going to have to take a timeout.
Amon-Ra St. Brown just left the game, tossed his helmet to a member of the equipment staff, so he's having some problems with his helmet. Play clock is down to 0. This is delay a game or a timeout.
Yeah, they had to take a timeout. So
Timeout. Detroit. This is a 30-second timeout.
Middle of the 3rd quarter, the Lions lead 21-17. Jared Goff's passer rating is 136.5. We bring that up because he had a passer rating of 158 and change against Seattle when he went 18 for 18. 150 and change at Dallas last game. If he could have a passer rating of 150 or higher in this game, Pete, he becomes the first in the history of the National Football League to do that 3 consecutive games.
Right, and the other part of it, too, is the 4 wins that they have already this year. He's only had 18 completions in each game.
Marie.
So the 150 rating is not like he's throwing the football 40, 50 times a game. It's actually
up in here.
Where they're running the football.
2nd and 10 for the Lions. 7:48 remaining in the 3rd quarter.
Eating up the underneath coverage and making life a little bit easier on Goff.
Amon-Ra St. Brown with the touchdown slot right. Jameson Williams outside of him with no catches. And this play will stop.
Another big penalty. Going to be on Detroit.
Crowd noise, false start. Lions assist.
All right, they're getting loud at the bank, y'all. Doing their job.
False start. Offense. 58. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
Penei Sewell.
Yeah, it goes on Penei Sewell, who last week they tried to run a hook and lateral to him, so they were just having fun down in Dallas.
Yeah.
But this crowd noise, thank good. That's another big byproduct of our offense and coming out and having an 80-yard drive and scoring a touchdown. right out of the gate in the third quarter. He gets his crowd back into it, and we need
on
it right
defense.
now.
12 total penalties accepted in this game. 2nd and 15 for the Lions at the Vikings 47. Detroit leads 21-17. Middle of the third quarter. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Goff out of the shotgun. 4-man rush. Jared.
Almost got him.
Throws over the middle and is caught at the Vikings 25. First down. Tim Patrick, who missed the last 2 seasons due to injury.
You can't do that.
22-yard grab and a first down for the Lions.
Just sat down in the middle of a zone.
A million times. You run a receiver, Amon-Ra St. Brown, in this case in the slot, up the field and run the dig.
22 yards downfield.
It takes a long time for that route to develop. And
Goff fires it.
Goff had all the time in the world on that one to step up and throw. So it's a little
going
bit
on,
here,
Rummy?
a little bit there right now, but this Lions offense is pretty good.
Williams, Ross, St. Brown, and Laporta to the left, and Goff throws that way. It's a screen to Jameson.
All right, a tackle by Van Ginkel. They're approaching the red zone. We're going to the main.
Van Ginkel at the line of scrimmage. In fact, 4 yards behind it. Tackle for loss by Andrew Van Ginkel. 2nd and 14 from the Vikings 29 for the Kitties.
Well, and Paul, what the other thing that's we've been getting used to defensively are the big plays, the interceptions, right, the takeaways. And
exactly, because we keep buying it. Exactly.
Number 2 in the NFL with the total number of takes. We need one.
Montgomery, the tailback, 2nd and 14. Handoff, David Room up the middle. Hit by Camus Grugier-Hill, but he couldn't bring him down. So Montgomery falls ahead to the 21 for a run of 8, making it 3rd and 6.
Should have been a tackle for a loss. Ivan Pace comes screaming through the line of scrimmage untouched and just could not bring Gibbs down to the ground. So missed tackle. It should be 3rd and about 12 or 13 right now. And now it's about 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6. So missed tackles, man, they're killing us.
Lions 2 of 5 on 3rd down. Laporta left.
3rd and 6 from the 21.
Ross St. Brown and Jameson Williams outside the numbers to the right. On 3rd and 6 from the Vikings 21. Goff puts Jahmyr Gibbs to his left out of the shotgun. He takes the Frank Ragnow snap with a 4-point lead. Goff throws over the middle.
Got over the middle. First down and more.
Now, Khalif Raymond
touchdown Lions.
The 5 touchdown. 21-yard touchdown for Khalif Raymond, his first this year, and Detroit leads 27-17.
Way too much in the way of conversation, Paul, before the ball was even snapped. Ivan Pace spins around. He falls on the ground. We have 1 defender and 2 receivers out to the wide side of the field. That's a mistake. That's just not executing the defense properly. And like I said, I think someone made a mental error because they were talking about it way too much before the ball was snapped.
10 touchdowns thrown this season for Jared Goff. Bates, extra point is good. 5:43 to go in quarter number 3. And Detroit leads 28-17.
Exposed. This Minnesota Viking defense has been exposed by the Detroit Lions.
As Dave Matthews Band makes their way into the
Bodo Winter in the house. What's up, Bodo? Look at total yards now, y'all. Look at total yards. Lions 329 to the Vikings 246. Passing yards, we're getting crushed. Rushing yards, still close. Back to a 2-score game. Valhalla, why are you so down on the Vikings, Valhalla? Why are you so down? Well, there you go, y'all. Big game, biggest game of the year. And that defense we've been talking about for 5 weeks is nowhere to be seen. We're not even through the third quarter, and the Lions have put 28 up on our ass. Same old shit.
On that third down play, before the ball was snapped, Bynum and Harrison Smith were talking about where the coverage was, who was rotating all the way up into the snap of the ball. They weren't completely lined up. Then the ball is snapped, and it looked like Ivan Pace was playing man-to-man coverage. He turns his back like he's going to go to coverage, and then that leaves Josh Metellus all alone in the flat.
Of course I'm streaming the Dodgers.
Like
Come on, Gary. What kind of question is that?
Eyes on the quarterback, just no help on that little crossing route by Raymond. Too easy. You got to get lined up, guys.
So, Ben, is that a case of overthinking? Because, A, you're down Cashman, but, B, you're going against...
I'm doing a combo, a new combination, RJ. AI Valhalla on the mic.
Oh, I mean, I'm sorry, Ben, to jump on you, but it's just the touchdowns that we've given up, the zero blitz with the deep throw, on the outside, Amon-Ra St. Brown. These are mental errors that our defense has been making.
Jordan Addison, who has had a nondescript game, in motion to the left. Darnold under center, 1st and 10 from his own 30. The tailback's Ty Chandler. Play action. Chandler picks up a blitz.
Come on, Darnold. Come on. There we go. Big hit. Big hit.
Malcolm Rodriguez at the 45 of the Lions, out of bounds at the 40. But there's a flag back by Darnold.
Holding.
No.
Holding on the offense. Cancel it.
First down.
I'm like, nice blitz pickup by Ty Chandler.
Yeah,
Of course I am,
case,
RJ.
Ty Chandler doing a good job of stepping up, but
well, that was the easiest play in the world to call.
Yeah, he got him.
He took Brian Branch and just threw him to the side.
Well, that's you talk about Ty Chandler and how he's being used and how he when he's in and when he's not. It's more than just running the football, right? And pass protection becomes extremely important. You go from getting a first down around midfield. Now you're looking at 1st and 20 from your own 20-yard line.
6 penalties, 49 yards against the Vikings. 1st and 20 from their own 20.
What's up, Curb?
17 Lions, third quarter. Josh Oliver in motion to the left. Darnold out of the shotgun. 4-man rush. Pass to the left. Oliver leaves his feet at the 25 by the sideline to bring it in on Anzalone, and he does. 5-yard gain, 2nd and 15.
And Paul, I
it
still
allows
think
me to wear my onesie.
There's hay to be made if we just get in a rhythm, just throwing the football. You don't want to abandon the run, but at the same time, I don't think these 4 defensive
Bobblehead Bobby checks
Detroit,
in. What's up, Bobblehead Bobby? 2nd and 15. 4:47 to go, third quarter.
Potentially changing the play. Chandler to the left of Sam, who's out of the shotgun on 2nd and long. The Lions blitz Anzalone. It's picked up. Darnold throwing right. Caught. Nice pass.
First down and more.
Takes the tackle at the 45. Sprints to the 50. Now the Lions 45. Jalen Naylor down at the 42-yard line. A 33-yard connection. Darnold to Naylor. First down, Vikings.
Yeah, great job up
Odo
front
drops
with
a
all the
20.
running
Are
backs
you
and the
kidding me, bro?
Yeah, on a blitz.
Cheer up. Got to stay positive for the Doyers. It's Roberts, but I do the right thing and bench Freeman.
Trying to chase this thing down. So
Bodo with the $20 Valhalla Holla. Appreciate it, Bodo.
To get pressure, and they know it. So they're being overly aggressive. And when we can block this thing up, then we can get them down the field.
Darnold, shotgun, 1st and 10.
Me in a bad mood? I'm offended. I am offended.
Darnold, back to pass.
Come on, Darnold.
He's able to get away from
Flag.
an on-charging Lions.
Flag, don't die.
Darnold runs across the 40 to the 35. It'll be a 7-yard
Bodo
run.
with the $20 Valhalla Holla.
Came in far side of the field.
Yeah, it came in from the side judge.
Very early in the play.
He's saying illegal motion or false start or illegal formation.
Might be one of our receivers who didn't stop and set before taking off.
I don't know, but these procedural penalties are ridiculous.
Offside. Offense number 3. 5-yard penalty.
Yeah.
First down.
Yeah, Addison in motion.
Your voice to text took a big dump.
He just busted it out before he took off.
Well, I don't know.
Or not in motion.
No, he lined up offside.
Oh.
He lined up offsides.
What happened to the point bit to the side, guy on the side?
Come on, man.
It's unacceptable at a high school level. You can't be doing that.
All righty, 1st and 15 now. The Lions, by the way, have scored touchdowns on
3:35, clock running, third quarter, 1st and 15 for the Vikes.
The Vikings scored a touchdown.
Down by 11.
Recent possession. But 1st and 15 at the Lions 47. Darnold under center, I formation behind him. Hands it to Chandler. He has a seam to the left side, but he can't burst through.
We'll just ignore that face mask by Campbell on Chandler.
2nd and 12.
Yeah, you had a feeling that was Aaron Jones back there.
Yes.
He would have been at least 10 yards down the field. And what a great block by Darisaw. C.J. Ham getting up in there.
You got your fireball ready for tonight? Maybe we'll do that.
Fun, no question
Maybe we'll
about
do
it,
that.
I think there was some meat left on that bone.
2:56 and counting to go in the third quarter. This is just the Vikings' second possession of
You'll throw that in the old freezer.
Once this quarter, and of course they scored. Chandler motions to the backfield. Darnold.
2nd and 12, 2:43 to go, third quarter.
Motion to the left of Sam, 2 on the play clock. He takes the snap from Bradbury, floats away from the.
There we go.
Passes to Munt. Caught
short game.
Lions 41. Alex Anzalone attacked him from behind, holding it to just a 3-yard gain, making it 3rd and 9.
Yeah, you take a look at this thing about this play coming up and whether or not, I think if it's anywhere close for it on 4th down, you might have to go for it. Just because, a field goal gets you to a 1-score game. However,
so a big defense, 3rd and 9 here. Big 3rd and 9 for the Vikes.
But they have to do their job too. So I don't know. This is tough. This is why those coaches get paid so much money.
I like that hat O'Connell's been wearing this year. But I ain't buying no gear.
6 on 3rd down. Darnold goes with an empty backfield. He's back to pass.
Come on.
Darnold throws a left.
Let's go.
Jones at the Kitties 25. And they took advantage of Malcolm Rodriguez for a 17-yard hit. 1st down, Minnesota from the Lions 24.
You have man-to-man with the blitz, and they just can't get there. All across.
Okay, I'll pull him. He'll be the bobblehead tonight, Ruben. Otani will be the home run bobblehead.
Really getting any of the receivers open.
Lobbying approved.
And that's what I'm saying. Throw that 50-50 ball to JJ. But great patience, and Aaron Jones. I mean, that's against a linebacker outside of a few in the NFL. He's going to win that battle every time.
Aaron Jones, 2 catches, 29 yards.
28-17
Lions, about a minute to go in the third quarter. Handoff
Jones
to the left side, and he cannot get past the line of scrimmage.
Jones takes it to the 20. We'll go to the main.
To make it a gain of right around 3. 2nd and 7 from the Lions 21. Detroit leads 28-17.
And they're going after Isaac Uklu again, the right defensive end.
They might let this run down to the end of the third quarter. 2nd and 7 is the down and distance. 42 seconds, clock running.
Playing more than he's ever played before. That should net you 3 or 4 yards right off the bat. So
disagreed. Pineapple belongs on pizza.
2nd and 7 from the Lions 21. Darnold is under center. Jones the tailback. Play action to Aaron.
Sam in trouble. Sacked at the 30.
Josh Pascal buried our quarterback at the 30-yard line, and that's his first sack of the season. He's the primary replacement.
Bobblehead Bobby is not happy with the news that Otani will be the home run bobblehead tonight.
From the 30. Darnold's in a hurry for whatever the
Maybe I'll bring you both out.
16 with 5 seconds to go in the quarter.
He's got base out there. He's got 3 linebackers.
3rd and 16, y'all. Come on now.
End of the quarter.
Yeah, he had a base. All right, we go to the fourth quarter, y'all. Let's put some 4s in the chat.
Quarter around the corner. Vikings
28-17, Lions.
17 from U.S. Bank Stadium on the KFA and Minnesota Vikings Radio Network, driven by Polaris.
Yeah,
No matter who you are or what you do, there's a Ford vehicle that can help you own the day. Make life on the go a walk in the park with the new Ford Explorer. Become the MVP of the work site with the unrivaled performance of a new built Ford Tough F-Series truck, the best-selling trucks in America. Or discover what it really means to adventure in the great outdoors with the new Bronco Sport. Whether it's for work or play, there's a Ford with a great deal waiting at your local Northland Ford dealers. Don't wait. Get behind the wheel of a new Ford today. Based on calendar year total sales.
Football fans, fans, meet Pays, an online checkout offered by banks and credit unions. With Pays, checking out is fast and convenient because eligible cards appear in one place, ready to use when you order your game day food delivery, your
Hawaiian,
team's latest jersey,
pepperoni, don't matter. I love some pineapple on my pizza.
Online checkout too. Using Pays gives you added security too, because actual card numbers aren't shared with merchants. Find out if your bank or credit union offers Pays today at PAZE.com.
Hey, friends with food allergies. Life is about to get way easier. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Odo says he's unfriending Sarah.
You've got enough stress. Just remember this name.
Barbecue
Liam's,
chicken pizza.
Lee to the ums.
You know, that's
As
what
in
I do
Liam's
not do
frozen
on my
entrees that are
pizza,
free
y'all.
of
I don't be
top
going
9 allergens.
chicken
What?
or,
Gluten-free too.
you know,
Delicious,
any of the
nutritious,
weird
ready
shit.
to use,
I'm
safe
pepperoni,
meals
man.
for
I was
you, your
simple.
kids,
Man,
even those
pepperoni,
adorable
give me some
people who can do
pineapple.
whatever they want.
Call it a
Liam's
day.
rocks. To find which grocers' freezers are cool enough to stock Liam's, head to saferplate.com.
We got to go to the end zone here, says Mountain Man 87. Throw it up to Jefferson. Hope he gets it.
Ticket marketplace of the Minnesota Vikings and the NFL. Ticketmaster's got the best way to take it to the house when it comes to being there.
I don't think I've ever eaten pizza with anything but pineapple or sausage. Never chicken. Never.
Turned over, Ticketmaster gives you more flexibility to sell your seats. So get those touchdown celebrations.
No, they don't,
right,
Bono. Not here anyway.
At Ticketmaster.com/Vikings.
Chorizo pizza?
Hey there. Lifetime, the Athletic Country Club of the Minnesota Vikings champions healthy, happy kids and families. Learn more at lifetime.life/kids. Also, Vikings fans get ready for kickoff.
I think that should be illegal.
Team does with Pothole Pizza. Only from Quick Trip. Meat Sweats, Vikings Pep Rally.
Chorizo pizza should bring out VPD.
At the U.S. Bank Stadium. And lastly, nothing beats a game-winning drive, and you'll find lots of those at your Twin Cities Hyundai dealers.
Sacrificial chicken pizza cost extra.
All-pro lineup.
All right, so beginning of the fourth here, y'all.
SUVs today. 28-17 Detroit.
It's a big 3rd and 15.
Minnesota 5-0, Lions 4-1. The winner owns first place in the NFC North. 3rd and 16 for the Vikings from the Lions 30. Darnold with C.J. Ham to his left, facing a four-man rush. Sam steps up. He gets away from the pressure, floats out to the right. He needs 16 yards. He's going to run, and he runs out of bounds at the 25. Jefferson absolutely blanketed by Kirby Joseph and Carlton Davis in the end zone. Sam wanted to go there, but discretion was the better part of valor, so he runs for 5.
You have hot dog buns?
Here comes our kicker.
Do you have hot dog buns?
10 of 10 this year on field goals.
You know, they're trying to get a post corner with JJ and the breakdown of the play up front. That Ingram on the ground kind of ran into him, so it'd be nice. I mean, if Darnold was not run into by his own guy, maybe he could have made a throw.
42-yard try right.
Pick us up.
Will Reichard.
So Vikings cut it to 8.
Game for the 2-point conversion. It is 28-20 Lions on the Sleep Number scoreboard. We just started the fourth quarter, and this is Minnesota Vikings football.
The #1 pro wrestling podcast on the planet is now on YouTube.
Lion on
this
your
is
pizza?
Dave
There you go.
from Busted Open. Join us every day to watch in-depth conversations.
I can't believe how loud those commercials are, y'all. It's just absolutely blast every time.
Goldberg, Ric Flair, The Undertaker.
Try a slaw dog? Hell no. What the hell is the matter with you?
Subscribe to us now. Search Busted Open
Meat
on
Lovers
YouTube.
Pizza.
Hello, my dear.
Pineapple on the side.
I've been waiting all year to unleash the sounds of fear.
No. Yeah. Just throw some of that nacho cheese on them.
Sirius XM Scream, your soundtrack for Halloween.
Not exactly the same thing, Sheila.
And on the Sirius XM app.
If you want to win your fantasy football league, you need to listen to Fantasy Sports Radio.
We ain't got no chili, y'all. Ain't got
From
no
start
chili.
sit decisions to waiver wire advice to injury updates. Sirius
So we get
XM
this raw
Channel
dog
87
with some
helps you
nacho
win
cheese.
your fantasy football league. with expert advice from Jeff
The CO
Mims.
has one soggy hot dog bun left over from your bath.
Howard Bender.
Just because you're allowed to make a waiver move doesn't mean you have to make a waiver move.
Jeff Ratcliffe.
Don't overvalue.
We need the turnover, Gus. You're right, man. The Vikings need a big turnover. They've got one. It seems like in every one of their games. They need that big turnover on Goff, who's been more than efficient
I don't
today.
like trading for injured players because there's a risk of a setback.
And so much more.
You've done wonders for me through the years.
Winning strategies from the best analysts in the business are on Fantasy Sports Radio, Sirius XM 87, and on the all-new Sirius XM app.
Minnesota fans, hear what Coach O'Connell and the players have to say after each game on the Vikings channel.
No lie,
20
Kubler.
on the
And the
Sirius
TV.
XM app.
And the TV. Pastrami sandwich?
How do you explain this?
I'm a favor of turkey bacon club.
29 on all of his kicks this year.
Does the COO still cut up the hot dogs for you? No. Only in my macaroni and cheese and hot dogs.
And then Kevin's brought that right leg. Granted, the Vikings do have a couple of touchdowns, but Riker
Don't hate, Bodo. Don't hate. Congratulate.
has kept it to a one-score game.
$1 million football over the Lions. They kneeled down on it.
For a touchback. It's 28-20. Minnesota just went 9 plus 46 yards. Took 6 minutes, 19 seconds. Reichard with that field goal, 28-20.
Hopefully, VT. Hopefully the Dodgers get that dub.
Come up with a way now to stop this Lions offense. We haven't done it the last 4
I still don't think we know who the starting pitcher is. I know it's a bullpen game.
Starting the field position's decent. You're on the 30-yard line. You've got to find a way to get the ball.
No Sports Lounge. No, man. I heard the raffle tickets are for sale on your page. I heard the raffle tickets are for sale on your page. And for $1, make you holler. You get nothing, Gibbs.
And he's wrapped up by Alex Enza. Make that Andrew Van Ginkel after a gain of 5. 2nd and 5 from the Lions 35.
Yep, if you're looking for raffle tickets, Sports Lounge, y'all, 10 for $1. He's giving away a hot dog on a soggy bun.
151.5. He's trying to become the first quarterback in the history of the National Football League to have a passer rating of at least 150 3 consecutive games. 2nd and 5 from the Lions 35. Goff hands it to Gibbs. Some room to the right side, but he angled to the left. Hit at the 35.
We need some pull tabs.
Down at the 37. That'll be a gain of 1, maybe 2.
All right, 3rd down. Come on, defense. Come on, defense.
Keep on giving up 3, 4, 5 yards a run. He may not throw the ball again, right? and don't think for 1 minute that Dan Campbell isn't willing to just say, you know what, we're going to run the ball until they stop it.
Yeah.
And right here we go. We got to get in this crowd noise and try to get the jump on the ball.
Lions
3rd and 2.
On 3rd down.
Come on, D.
3rd and 2 from their own 38. Goff from under center. Play action. Fastball.
Wide open.
First down. Amon-Ra St. Brown.
St. Brown, Burns, Harry the Hitman.
On Harrison Smith. 16-yard hit. First down. Here's another common thread. All big second downs and 3rd downs, Pete. They're
Raw dog fries and a bottle of skis. Bring it on out to my baby and me.
They're running behind the linebackers,
Says
right?
Kubler.
They get the play action going. You're getting these linebackers to step up because everybody's worried about stopping the run. And then you hit that soft area between the linebackers and the safeties. Because the safeties can't just sit there and jump those curls because if they get double moved, it's a touchdown.
28-20 Lions.
What's up, Zay? What's up, buddy? Get him! Get that fool!
He's hit at the point of attack, attempts to spin. Ivan Pace et al. Bring him down.
I've seen him a couple times, Nufo.
That's a good job by the defense flying around.
Oh, Cousins running away. Cousins gets sacked by the Seahawks. Fumble. And a score. And the Seahawks are crushing the Falcons 24-14. Val going to start sending hello video messages for 2 raffle tickets. What is the name of that site? Fumble!
And he dropped the ball, but he fell on it. Jonathan Grenard smacked him from behind.
Sack!
3rd sack a day for the Vikings. That's a loss of 8 yards. That will make it 3rd and 17.
Wow, what a beautiful move. He just beat Taylor Decker around.
Slobber knocked him.
That's why Grenard gets paid the big bucks, Paul. Right? You need a sack. This is the exact time that you want a sack. You need one. The Lions decide to throw the football, and that was a forced fumble, but luckily for the Lions, Jared Goff fell on it.
Lions 4 of 7 on third down. 3rd and 18 from their own 46. They lead 28-20 early in the fourth quarter. Jared Goff out of the shotgun. Jameer Gibbs by his side. 2 receivers left and right. Goff throws over the middle. Caught Amon-Ra St. Brown at the
All right, he'll be well short of the first.
By Josh Metellus. It's a gain of 8, but they needed 18, and they're going to send in the punter, Jack Fox. Nice job by the Vikings defense.
It was, and we could see them just getting them out of their rhythm. They started throwing the football. You get some pressure on Goff, right? And he goes to the check down late. Good. Not letting a lot
He is out tonight. I know they went back and forth on that. I know they were going back and forth.
Up on the football, playing it deep to short. Metellus doing a wonderful job on that last play. And now you get the Lions to make a punt. Now it's up to our offense.
Or do they? Be careful. Jack Fox, 4 of 5 passing for 61 yards in his career. 1 of 1 this year was against Tampa. It was for a
punt is away. $1 million football to the Vikings. Don't screw this up. He lets it bounce. It's down at the 9.
Scoreboard, Lions lead 28-20. Vikings have the ball with 10:10 to go in the game on the KFAN Minnesota Vikings radio network, driven by Polaris.
At U.S. Bank, when they say they're in it with you, they mean it. Not just for the good stuff, the grand openings and celebrations, although those are pretty great, but for all the hard work it took to get there, the fine-tuning of goals, the managing of cash.
Betting is closed, y'all. Betting is closed.
All of it, because together they're proving day in and day out.
Taylor in at second. What is it, a lefty or whatever on the mound?
Visit usbank.com to get started today. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, copyright 2024 U.S. Bank.
You're listening to Vikings football.
NBC Sports Audio Channel 85 on Sirius XM is your home for expert analysis, popular talk shows, and
Kopech gonna start the game tonight. Okay.
Listen to Dan Patrick, Mike Florio, Matthew Berry, and Chris Sims break down the latest news and offer expert analysis.
How about we play the Super Bowl on the Saturday instead of the Sunday 2 weeks
What do y'all think about that? About the idea of playing the Super Bowl on a Saturday?
Play coverage of some of the biggest events in sports, including
I kind of like it.
Derby, Indy 500,
120 likes, 6,668 views.
For all the latest news,
he always puts him in against the lefties, bro. With Lux, I don't know if Lux is hurt or what, but he seems to like Taylor if it's a lefty.
Ball game over. American League Championship Series.
That's me. That's AI Valhalla.
It's on MLB Network Radio.
Here with Aaron Judge
that is
right
AI Valhalla.
World Series. It's just unbelievable. So proud of these guys.
Aaron Boone's with me now.
I'm very emotional. I'm just so proud of these guys.
Standing with Juan Soto,
Taylor can produce in the postseason, man.
It's the best feeling you can ever feel, you know?
MLB Network Radio, Sirius XM Channel 89, and on the Sirius XM app.
Minnesota fans.
All right, come on, Vikes. We got to get out of our own end here. Get out of our own end and then start using that offense.
On the Sirius XM app. Central.
New Viking scratch game from the Minnesota Lottery for a chance to win up to $100,000 instantly. It's Barkley on the ground, 17 carries, 176 and a touchdown.
Uh-oh.
Over the Giants.
My own graphics are spoiling it, y'all, and something good is about to happen.
21-19, back to PA.
And the Minnesota Vikings are trying to run down the Detroit Lions. It's 28-20 Lions. Vikings ball, 1st and 10 from their own 9. 10-10 to go in the game. Darnold from under center. Play action off Aaron Jones.
Beep.
Sam dials up a deep one. For
Addison.
And he got him at the Lions' 40-yard line. That's where he's toppled.
That's how you do it.
51-yard connection. Darnold.
That's how you do it.
Now beautifully blocked front by the Minnesota Vikings. They were zone blitzing. They brought an extra linebacker from the outside, and Jordan Addison just getting behind the safeties. And these safeties for these Lions now have had a great year. They do a very, very good job. So for Addison to get behind them, that is
51-yard pickup by Addison from Darnold.
That we need. Our offense has come alive, Paul.
Jordan Addison, just his third catch. He has 66 yards. 1st and 10 for the Vikings. The Lions 40. Sam, the man on the fan, out of the shotgun.
Short pass. Horrible pass. What are we doing?
Right to Aaron Jones. The Lions knew it
Too
was
much
coming.
traffic to throw that over there.
Anzalone blew it up for a loss of 6 yards. 2nd and 16. Anzalone, holy cow.
But I do like the play call. If you can just get Bradbury out there to get Anzalone out of the play, that's man-to-man defense, he's going to catch that ball and run for at least
You like it
10
because
yards.
people
There's
can get her into their
nobody else
hangovers?
underneath. So great play call, just not
COO making some salsa for her hot dog, y'all. She's making some salsa, some homemade.
2 receivers left. Darnold shotgun. 2nd and 16 from the Lions 46.
Darnold steps up, gonna run it. Little hop step, save, and a flag late. They hit him late.
Slides in at about the 36 for unofficially a run of 10 yards on 2nd and 16, but a flag came in from the area where some of his teammates may have been blocking for him.
Yeah, and it was after he.
Well, I mean, Branch kind of hit him in the head, yo. Come on now.
So, who knows what they might call it.
Probably going to call a hold on the tight end.
Are they going to get Branch for shoulder to the head?
They should. I mean, seriously.
Yeah. Now, Brian O'Neill is telling Clay Martin and his staff to look at the screen. Technically, it is against the rules for officials to look at an in-stadium screen and add a penalty to the
I never knew that. I never knew it wasn't okay.
Quarterback in the pocket. Illegal contact. Defense, number 23.
Okay.
All right, illegal contact on the Lions. So that's a first down. Mike.
And I'm actually kind of glad they didn't call that on Branch. I mean, that would have been a weak call to the head.
Well, it's black and white, right? I mean, you're right. It's either a penalty, or it's not, and I think they just missed it. So, not that it wasn't that flagrant where you see the head snap and everything else, and so
yeah.
But and again, had we not seen that kind of a thing called against us,
right? All right.
Is what it is. Let's go.
28-20.
Come on, y'all. I need that chat to roll. Drop some emojis. Do something, chat. Do something.
32. Darnold, shotgun, 3 receivers left, 1 right.
And around Jefferson to pass it.
Where they toss it to Jefferson. He's looking.
Now he's going to run it.
Nobody. Now he's looking for blockers. Just inside the numbers, gets across the
That looked like a fire drill, y'all.
Running for 3 yards, making it 2nd and 7. They had JJ set up for
All right, we're approaching the red zone. We'll go to the main.
The Lions snipped it out.
Yeah, they were trying to hit Darnold on a little bit of a wheel route right here as he tried to leak out, but a nice job by Pascal, I believe, on the outside to slow him down. But, that's where you trust Justin Jefferson to make the right decision. If it's not there, try something else. He's such a great athlete. He still was able to get 3 yards out of that run. So
no doubt.
I like it.
Jones, the tailback, Darnold under center. 2nd and 7 from the Lions, 29. Addison in motion to the right. He joins Jefferson. Sam goes play action. Straight drop.
Off the time. Darnold going to run it, but tackled.
Lions sprints up the middle across the 30. Dives to the 28, gain of 1, 3rd and 6. And we're middle of the fourth
7:18 clock running, fourth quarter. 3rd down for the Vikes.
Yeah, we've got to get somebody out there that can get themselves open. We're limiting ourselves to 2- and 3-man routes and to half
That's
the field.
an emoji, says Bodo.
Darnold, in that respect,
You got him with your membership,
he waited
sir.
Too long to wait for something to develop. He could have pulled that thing down a
Let's
little
go
bit,
Lions,
fraction
says
of a second
Grover.
sooner, Paul, and I think would have been able to get the first down.
3rd and 7 from the Lions.
A big 3rd and 7 here, y'all.
On 3rd down. 3 receivers left. Tight end to the right. Sam takes the snap. Lions blitz. Sam, he is encountered from behind.
Waited too long. Waited too long.
He sees nothing down the field.
Sacked.
Frustrated Justin Jefferson, by the way.
So what do the Vikings do here, chat? 6:31, clock running. They've got all 3 timeouts. It's a 4th and 8 in field goal range, and looks like they're going to kick the field goal.
This year, 2 of 2 today. He's hit from 57 and 42. This will be a 48-yard try, left ash. Andrew DePaula set to snap it to Ryan Wright. Reichert, the west side of U.S. Bank
Riker.
Stadium, good. 6:04 to go in the game. Lions 3 on the KFAN Minnesota Vikings Radio Network, driven by Polaris.
New Happy Thursday Spiked Refreshers, a non-carbonated refresher with alcohol for weekend
All right,
flavor.
well, I've liked
any
the
day
fight
of
of
the
this
week.
Vikings
Like when
team
you get a
in
taste of the
this
Mondays,
second half.
swap it for the
I am a
bright
little
fruit flavors of
concerned.
Happy
I am a little
Thursday.
concerned
Only
that we're
Tuesday
not going to
with
be
tuna.
able to win
Look
it,
forward
but
to Happy Thursday. And by Wednesday,
it's going to take the
you're already
Viking
halfway there.
defense.
So drink in the weekend flavor of Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday Spiked
Perhaps a
Refreshers.
turnover.
Weekend
We haven't had
flavor
that
any
big
day of the
turnover
week.
in this
Celebrate
game like
responsibly.
we've had in all our
Non-carbonated,
other
naturally flavored with
games.
other natural flavors. 21 and up contains alcohol. 2024 Molson Coors Beverage Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin beer.
From the convenience
But I guess you
stores
could say
in
it's getting
Cloquet
kind of
to the
serious.
supermarkets in St. Cloud. The Minnesota Lottery's Vikings scratch game is here. These are the concrete coliseums
Over,
where we'll
about to get a
challenge
whooping.
chance
20
and
people in
chase
the
glory,
chat in the next
where we'll
stream. What does
gamely
that mean?
scratch and fearlessly scrape in pursuit of up to $100,000 in cash prizes. These are the stadiums where we come to play.
I do
Get in
have
the
a drink.
game. Minnesota Lottery.
All right,
Must be
my
18 or
cheese
older to play.
dogs have
Protect
arrived, yo.
yourself.
My cheese
Get the
dogs have
updated
arrived.
COVID-19 vaccine and your flu shot at the same time at Hy-Vee. That's right, you can save time and get your COVID-19 and flu shot at the same time. Schedule
the
your
general at?
updated COVID-19 vaccine and flu shot online today. Or just stop by any Hy-Vee pharmacy whenever it's convenient for you. No appointment necessary. Plus, when you get your flu shot at Hy-Vee, earn a
Come get
20
you a hot
cent
dog.
fuel saver. Your Hy-Vee pharmacy
Come get
is
you the
here
end
to
of my
help
hot
you
dog.
and your family stay healthy. Some restrictions apply.
Football fans, stop by Mystic Lake to see Vikings alum Ben Lieber interview special guests on select Mondays throughout the season. You must be at least 18 to attend. After the interview, participate in our Thirst and 10 promotion to score a Vikings prize pack. Purchase a qualifying drink. and
Lorenzo
participating
Carbajal
bars and play
Chavez,
games to win
welcome to
Mystic
the
Cash.
Berserkers.
You
General
can
Thor
instantly
will
win
be
up to
proud.
$100 Mystic Cash just for playing.
And he
All
membered up.
participants are automatically entered into
Are
the
you
monthly
kidding me?
drawing to win prizes. More information at mysticlake.com.
Lorenzo members up. All right, so the Costco hot dogs are way too big for a regular hot dog bun, so I always give Thor the end.
The Minnesota Vikings go on a 7-play, 61-yard drive. Took 4 minutes, 6 seconds of quarter
All
number
beef.
4.
All beef,
Settled
baby.
For a Will Reichard field goal from 48. A rookie from Alabama. Kicking field goals is 3 of 3 today, 12 of 12 on the season. And the Detroit Lions lead 28-23 until their last possession, where they had some infraction-related problems. They had scored touchdowns on 4 consecutive drives. And now with 6:04 to go in the game, what do you think they're going to do? Salt it away with that running game?
Yeah, they're going to I mean, that keeps the clock going. I mean, everything points to that, Paul, so it's going to be interesting to see how well they do. Running the football, short passing game, that kind of thing. Keep the clock moving and try to milk this lead.
Jared Goff, 20 of 21, 249 and 2 touchdowns. One to Amon-Ra St. Brown, the other to Khalif Raymond.
All right, the skull chant going on.
4th year from USC, somehow a 4th-round pick in 2021. He has 4 touchdowns and 4 touchdowns in 4 consecutive games.
Yeah, Goff been on all day.
Against the Minnesota Vikings, back left to the end zone.
Goal from Rosarito, Mexico. Welcome to the stream.
For the Lions.
Gracias for the subscription.
Goff under center.
Get him!
Comes Anzalone on a blitz, and Goff
Incomplete.
will toss it over the line of scrimmage to Montgomery, who dropped it. It's 2nd and 10.
And that's what I'm talking about. If you get to Goff, you sack him a little bit, you can get at him, get someone at his feet, someone in his face. He starts to get a little bit more inactive.
Rosarito, Mexico.
It's really a long handoff. They're just letting everybody get up the field and try to dunk it in behind them. The other interesting part, Paul, is Alex Van Ginkel.
Michael De Leon, Skull Brothers.
Turner there earlier, but Ginkel has filled that role.
And Metellus is up there to the right of Van Ginkel on 2nd and 10. Goff play action again.
No.
Fumble! It's picked up by Ivan Pace Jr. Inside the 10. Touchdown! Now there is a flag on the play.
Yes.
And it came out very early in the equation. Unofficially, that's the first touchdown for Ivan Pace Jr. And if it sticks,
Vikings celebrating in the end zone.
The preliminary holding is against Detroit.
Yeah. Come on.
Wow. What a great job.
Clay Martin, what's up, ma'am?
What an absolutely unbelievable job by Josh Metellus to get in there. That's the first fumble that the Lions
holding on the Lions.
That they
they've lost. They
and a scoop and score for the Vikes.
All season long.
Wow.
Wait.
Wow. That's it, and that was really the only difference. You talk statistically between the Lions.
That
and the
ball's
Vikings
out.
today.
What are we asking
the only
about?
Advantage, really, the big one was the turnover that Sam Darnold threw earlier, which they ended up scoring a touchdown on.
We're waiting on confirmation. The foul was holding number 60. Penalties declined.
So the Vikes declined the penalty.
For Ivan Pace Jr., the third defensive touchdown this season for the Minnesota Vikings, and the first in the career
There's
of the
that
undrafted
turnover we needed, y'all.
Jr.
And now we're going to have to sweat the 2-point conversion here. Yes, at least get us a 3-point lead.
29-28 Vikings. This is the Vikings' first 2-point try of the season. Justin Jefferson, wide right. 2 to the left. Darnold out of the shotgun. Jordan Addison in motion to the left. So now 3 receivers left. Aaron Jones to the right.
Oh, get this. Get this.
2-point try. Darnold. Fastball.
Incomplete.
Threw it low at the goal stripe to Addison, covered by Brian Branch. So the lead stays at 1, but it's a lead. I mean, the Vikings have been trailing all the way since the early stages of the second quarter. And thanks to a defensive touchdown where the Vikings lead the NFL with 18 points on defense. A 29
First score ever by Pace as a Viking.
Ivan Pace Jr.
Again, just an unbelievable job by Josh Metellus.
Wow, you're right.
David Montgomery still square to the line of scrimmage, trying to bounce it outside, and Metellus just comes in with the right hook, like the Muhammad Ali jab.
Agent Zero.
And knocks that football loose. And Ivan Pace able to come up with it. And
Loggy Raider in the house.
Alex Van Ginkel, and able to score the touchdown.
The Minnesota Vikings' last fumble recovery touchdown was a year ago. October of 2023, it was Jordan Hicks at Soldier Field, and the fumble was forced by Josh Metellus.
Yeah, well, that's the defense, answering, and that's life is not about what happens to you, it's how you respond. It obviously giving up a little over 15 points a game on average. Now they've given up 28 tonight, 4 touchdowns in a row. They answered the call and came up with the big play to get us back in this thing. So fantastic job ending this half by the Vikings.
5:50 to go, fourth quarter. We'll stay on the main.
So
Lions with a 1st and 10, down by 1.
And with the failed 2-point conversion, so the defense is kind of in the
Goal chant breaking out
they were
at the bank
a series ago.
U.S. Bank Stadium has erupted thanks to the Josh Metellus forced fumble, scooped by Ivan Pace Jr., who went surging down the sideline for a defensive touchdown. He scored from 35 yards out. Vikes lead 29-28. Jared Goff is going to hand it to Jahmyr Gibbs, who heads up the middle across the 30, and he's hit and stopped at the 33 for a gain of 4. It'll be 2nd and 6 for the Lions, who have 2 timeouts. The Vikings
called it
3.
incomplete. Perfect time.
And so for the Lions, you wonder, I think a series ago they were just happy to run the football and just keep running it until the Vikings stop them. Now that they're behind, they have to figure out a way to obviously get in field goal position. I think that play action pass.
A pick would be beautiful.
And that's what I'm worried about.
Raymond with a touchdown today in motion to the left, joining Jamison Williams. Goff takes the
Goff going deep, wide open.
Amon-Ra St. Brown was uncovered, and he caught it
Incomplete, out of bounds.
Amon-Ra St. Brown, who blew by Byron Murphy Jr. like he was tied to a post. The Vikings got lucky there, 3rd down.
Yeah, I think he put a little bit of a move on Byron Murphy, got caught guessing. I think the difference, though, Paul, is Alex Van Ginkel.
Oh, she's doing laundry.
Put in some pressure on Goff. He felt it, and he just unloaded.
Sunday is laundry day.
That's the most inaccurate throw he has made all game.
The Lions are 4 of 8 on 3rd down. 29-20.
3rd and 6.
5:07 to go in this spine tingler.
3rd and 6. I have a feeling this is 4-down territory now.
Like fashion to the left of Jared Goff, 2 receivers left and right. The Vikings rush 4. One of them got through.
Fumble.
Dropped it, and the Lions recovered it. Yeah, I know the Lions recovered it.
That's all right. It's 4th and about 30.
So 4th and really, really long.
The Vikings rushed 4, and 2 of the guys got through.
Yeah, great job of man-to-man defense across the board. So Jared Goff had no options, and it was Jonathan Grenard and then eventually Alex Van Ginkel. Just the way that these guys complement each other in the pass rush game and the stunts coming free.
Vikings absolutely stun me and show up for the second half in a game they were being blown out of at their own house. Hunt is away, $1 million football to the Vikings.
It's a beauty. Brandon Powell retreats
Powell
to zone 18,
taken down at the 21.
They say the Lions think the ball came out, but the officials are like, nah. So anyway, the Vikings will begin at about their own 23-yard line. 4:16 to go in the game. Minnesota leads 29-28, and a four-man rush. And
run your offense here. You're at the 20. Run your offense. Don't get conservative. Don't try to defend a 1-point lead. Go out there and try to score on their asses.
And that's what happens when you can pin these guys down and you know when they're going to throw the football, right? I mean, Taylor Decker, one of the better offensive linemen in the league, but he still struggles with movement at times. And again, if you know and can pin them down and know when they're going to throw the football, you can get after him.
Aaron Jones, sorry about that, Pete. Aaron Jones, the tailback, 1st and 10 from the 23. Handoff, Aaron left
Mike
side.
Jones squirts through for a short gain.
Across the 25 and is taken down by Josh Pascal at the 27.
I don't, Loggy, bro.
Aaron Jones with
you know when they're different? You know when this Viking team is different? When they're holding the Lombardi over their heads.
Alex Angeloni on the backside. And
I'm encouraged. Don't get me wrong. But none of this shit means nothing unless you hoist a Lombardi.
This 5-minute type of a drill.
Until then, we're the San Diego Padres
this is where Aaron Jones is
of the NFL.
13-92 and 1 on the ground for Jones. Play clock down to 3. Darnold puts Sherfield Sr. in motion. Handoff to Jones around the left edge, and he's slowed by Onwuzurike, and then
going conservative
by Nowaski and their leading tackler Jack Campbell. It'll be a gain of 1 with 3:15 and counting to go. It's 3rd and 4, and without Aiden Hutchinson, okay. We've seen these hockey line change rotations by the Lions today. You got a fair amount of.
All right, a big 3rd down, or you're just going to punt it back.
Today, elevated from the practice squad.
You got to convert this.
Right?
It's a 3rd and 4.
I'm actually surprised at how well they played the run today, despite losing Aiden Hutchinson and having 3 linebackers out there. But they've been very aggressive. So
Vikings 4 of 9 on 3rd down. Aaron Jones in motion to the left. Darnold out of the shotgun.
Come on.
Sprints out to the
Come
right.
on.
Throws too high at the 40.
Incomplete. Come on, man.
Jefferson at about the 38 for a 1st down. The clock stopped with 2:41 to go. Darnold threw the ball 100 miles per hour. And I think that play was there
just
for a
way
first down.
too high.
Oh, absolutely.
You got 2 receivers there in the same throwing angle.
Right, because you had Jordan Addison.
Come on, man.
Behind him, Justin Jefferson in the same line of sight.
Yep.
So, again, I think another mistake, and somehow in the route running or whatever.
We're going to punt it back to him, y'all. Damn it.
That was not the way it was designed to be run.
Ryan Wright.
Don't let him return it.
A line drive punt. And it's fielded at the 22-yard line by Khalif Raymond. He gets to the 25.
He's down at the 30 with 2:32 to go. Lions with 2 timeouts.
And the Vikings lead 29-28, 2.5 minutes to go in the game. Lions ball, and they have 2 timeouts.
And then they have the 2-minute warning as well. So, yep. I mean, they
what a game.
Hopefully it's
it's a matter of,
I don't know though. We've had turnovers now on their last 2 drives. Pretty wild to hope that we get a 3rd. I think we just got to stop them, y'all.
How well our front 4 have been rushing the quarterback.
Patrick Jones stands up to the left. Jared Goff's under center. 2.5 minutes to go in the game. Handoff Jahmyr Gibbs. Up the middle with a jump cut right. Runs into Josh Metellus. And he stopped after a run of 4, making it 2nd and 6. We're at 2:21, 2:20, 2:19. So the Lions, like Pete said, have the 2-minute warning and a couple of timeouts. O'Connell has all 3 of his timeouts. And the Vikings, at one point trailing 21-10, have a 29-28 lead thanks to a Josh Metellus forced fumble and an Ivan Pace Jr. fumble recovery touchdown.
And don't forget, they also have a rookie kicker that him
has to come on here in a big game spot here.
2-minute warning. 29-28 Minnesota. Lions have the ball.
2-minute warning.
Minnesota Vikings Radio Network, driven by Polaris.
No matter who you are or what you do, there's a Ford vehicle that can help you own the day. Make life on the go a walk in
He'll
the
probably be looking for him on this drive, Loggy Raider. He'll probably be looking for Laporta for sure.
Of a new built Ford Tough F-Series truck, the best-selling trucks in America. Or discover what it really means to adventure in the great outdoors with the new Bronco Sport. Whether it's for work or play, there's a Ford with a great deal waiting at your local Northland Ford dealers. Don't wait. Get behind the wheel of a new Ford today. Based on calendar year total sales.
Hey, Vikings fans, when you stay at Omni Viking Lakes, you stay at the official hotel of your favorite team. At Omni, we believe experiences matter, which is why we built this place for real fans like yourself, even putting it right next to the practice facility. You've dreamt of a place like this, and now you can dream in a place like this. Score! So, Vikings fans, when you're looking for a place to stay in the game at Omni Viking Lakes Hotel.
For the Vikings, growth is a team effort. Coaches maximize performance. Teammates push your limits. But in business, who's there to help you grow? Lumen, that's who. Like saving live
Porta's on blocking duties today.
Helping deliver the in-stadium experience for fans with millions more around the globe. And bringing all the benefits of the cloud to your network. So it's as secure as a defensive line and as legendary as the
You can get these custom emojis, y'all. Custom emojis for whatever sport I'm doing for $1, as little as $1. Vikings memberships, Valhalla Sports Talk memberships.
You can pick up when no one's calling. The inviting sway of switchgrass prairie. Boots.
Moon Lady says, let's see some more Minnesota magic. Let's see it.
A wide open
Let's see it.
mind
2-minute
riding
warning.
down the open road. And the silence of a darn good sunset from east to west.
Here's your current game
So,
stats, y'all.
go
Current
ahead
game stats.
And unplug.
Team
There's
stats.
so much South Dakota, so little time.
Ooh, deep breath, everybody. Deep breath. Let's make some noise in the chat, y'all. Make some noise in the chat.
Hey, Zacho at Master Control. Let's get in an ID.
Interact with our stable of former players, coaches, and executives all day long on SiriusXM NFL Radio Channel 88.
What a long commercial break.
Ben Lieber, Pete Bursich, Paul Allen, and Jared Goff trailing 29-28, 2 minutes to go.
Second and 6, a pitch.
Down. It's a toss to Jameer Gibbs.
First down, Gibbs and more. Still on his feet. Takes it to midfield.
43, gets across the 45. Jameer Gibbs to the 48-yard line for a burst of 14.
Denise McNeff, greetings from Yokohama. Welcome to the stream,
It's
Denise.
just crazy how they just don't throw the ball.
Yeah.
Right? They just continue to keep running the football, and
Jake Bates, his career long is 48.
Jameer Gibbs again. I'm surprised by him today, Paul. He's a great athlete. Very, very tough to tackle. I mean, they're not even going shotgun. They're just lining up and handing this thing off.
Goff back to pass on first down.
Wide open on this right side. First down and more.
To the 50, 45, 40. On the Vikings sideline, pushed out of bounds at the 36. Jameer Gibbs with a 16-yard catch and run. 29-28 Vikings, a minute 18 to go in the game.
Gets out of bounds. Clock stops with 1:18 on it.
Timeouts. And with the Vikings leading by 1, it's interesting to note Jake Bates is the kicker for the Detroit Lions. Michael Badgley, their preferred.
Shelby Minnick in the house. What's up, Shelby?
Bates is in his first full year from Arkansas. Never has tried to kick past 50 yards, and he hasn't attempted a field goal today. Sam Laporta in short motion to the right of Jared Goff. First and 10 from the Vikings 36. Play action off Gibbs. Goff, straight drop, passes right. Amon-Ra St. Brown at the 21, cold-blooded.
They're just moving it down the field. 1:07, clock running, fourth quarter. Vikings holding on to a 1-point lead.
And Kevin O'Connell uses one of his 3 timeouts.
O'Connell calls a timeout.
Absolute laser beam right there by Goff.
Timeout. Minnesota, they're first. It's 30 seconds.
To get that
please
thing
set
in
the
there.
game clock to 1:07. 1:07, please.
Harrison Smith closing on it. Knew it was going in there. Just got there a split second too late.
Shelby says, I made it.
And
There you
Stephon
go.
Gilmore able to put a hit on him, but still.
Green Bay
moving
gets the
chains,
win,
and that's-
24-22.
That's this offense, Paul. I mean, it's like you can stop them for a while,
Duck says it's over. Horrible coaching, both sides. Conservative bullshit.
Again, the Viking defense coming through.
Please don't spoil in my chat, y'all. Please do not spoil in my chat. I know we're behind. We always are. That's how it works.
After drive, fumble, touchdown. There's not much else this defense can do except come up with another big turnover right here, right? That they haven't done today to get us back into this thing. Yeah, they made some mistakes earlier, but I think they've answered the call, and now we got to be big in the red zone now.
Jared Goff, 22 of 25 for 280. Gibbs has run for 116, and he'll get another drive.
Finally, we stopped Gibbs.
Play strung out by Patrick Jones, and Gibbs is thrown back to the 23 for a loss of 1. That'll make it 2nd and 11.
Minnesota calls their second time out of the
Vikings
half,
use their
30
second.
And a minute 2 to go in the game. Vikes lead 29-28. So Gibbs, 115 rushing yards with 2 touchdowns. He also has 44 receiving yards. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 8 catches, 112 and 1. Goff's gone for 280 and 2.
Now, great job on that last play by Jonathan Grenard. You talk about selling out to stop the run. He came on an underneath stunt and was able to chase that thing down from behind.
Shelby, no way.
So
happy birthday, Miss Shelby. Minnick.
To try to slow down this running game in Detroit, Paul. And
Happy birthday, girl.
It's
21 and never been kissed. Shelby Minnick.
I think, and every inch of real estate here is going to help out the Lions.
Lions have run for 148. Their average is 157.
All right, a kneel down.
Is going to a knee at the 25-yard line. The Vikings only have 1 timeout remaining. That was 2nd and 11, so now it'll be 3rd and about 13, 3rd and 14. And Kevin O'Connell uses his final timeout. Jake Bates.
Vikings now out of timeouts.
Put their trust in winning this game in Jake Bates.
Minnesota calls their 3rd and final timeout of the half. Please set the game clock to
That's going to make it 3rd and 13.
Lions have 2 timeouts.
So the Lions will kneel on it again and then call a timeout.
He's kicking for the Lions because Michael Badgley is on IR. Bates is 9 of 9 on field
Nice
goals
girls
this
don't
year
kiss
and
and tell.
has not attempted one today. So a big opportunity for this young man is coming up soon.
And right now we're looking at a 41-yard field
Get
goal
some
try.
birthday cakes in the chat for Miss Shelby.
Depending on how much they lose or how much ground they lose if they decide to take a knee again.
Yeah.
I mean, the one thing for sure is Goff could run around a little bit, try to burn some more time off the clock, but then again, he'll be losing even more ground.
Minute to go.
Right, so another kneel down.
1 yard behind the line of
And they'll
scrimmage.
bleed this down to about 20 seconds.
So they'll scrimmage from the 26-yard line.
Can the Vikes get a block here?
Run 30 more seconds, down to 18 seconds to go in the game. And then they will bring in Jake Bates.
We need him to choke.
Kick the Lions into first.
We need Jake Bates to act like that other Bates guy.
And that's where that failed 2-point conversion on the quick exchange. Obviously
you're right.
Scoring on defense, but not coming back and getting those 2 points on the board. Again,
I will say again, I like the fight in the Vikings in the second half. I think they made adjustments,
still some opportunities,
but just gave up too much in that first half.
A couple key moments later on in the game. That's why you can't.
Timeout. Detroit, their second. 30 seconds.
It's not what happens to you. It's how you react to it. And no matter how badly the first half of the game goes, no matter how many mistakes you make, you always have to line up and be ready.
133 likes, 8,000 views.
So, it'd be a completely different ball game right now. Had that 2-point
Oh,
conversion
man.
work.
Big time.
This
The
sucks.
Vikings are leading thanks to a Josh Metellus forced fumble and an Ivan Pace Jr. fumble recovery touchdown. Now here comes Jake Bates from 44 yards right hash. Kicking to the east side of U.S. Bank Stadium. 29-28 Vikings lead. Rookie Hogan Hatton snaps. Snap spot. Bates end over end. Kick is good.
He makes it.
Lions have taken a 31-29
So 15
lead with
seconds
15
on the
seconds
clock.
to go in the game.
Oh, down to the wire, Paul. And again, just you go back and you look at the entire game. It's just too many mistakes, right? The penalties when they happened. Obviously, the plus minus got back to 0, but If you could have avoided the interception, maybe put some points on the board, convert the two. There's so many things.
Yeah.
It's exactly the game that we thought it would be.
Big time.
Right, two very good football teams going at it.
Yeah.
The Vikings get out to a big lead, and then.
Well, I thought the Vikings would score more on offense, quite honestly.
Yeah.
You got a Darnold passing touchdown. You got Aaron Jones to start things. Then some Reichert field goals. But, it's last year.
Thank you so much, Miss Shelby. Thank you so much, girl.
Yards in 2 games on this team. Jefferson, the last 3, has averaged 185 against these guys. Now, Aaron Glenn and his defense have a right to turn it around and make things better. And we have 29 points.
Right, we're living on a prayer here, y'all. Living on a prayer.
Recovery. I thought we'd run up 3 or 4 touchdowns offensively on them today.
Appreciate it, Robert.
And I think in the second quarter is where things just kind of died. The first half we didn't have much in the way of sustained drives.
Right, out of the back of the end zone.
More effective of an offense in the second half. Agree with you 100%. It's just.
So you just got to fling it up to Jefferson downfield and hope you can get the field goal team on the field.
The offense was not really putting together the long types of drives. It took us a little bit too long, I think, to figure out this defense of the Lions.
All righty, so
appreciate it up in
kicks
smoke.
It out of the end zone. The Vikings begin at their 30. They trail by 2. So, with no timeouts, what do you do? Run a sideline play for 20 or 30 yards, try to get Reichert in?
Yeah, that's what you have to do. And you can see how the Lions are lined up and where they're lined up. So if you could just get this thing somewhere near the 45-yard line, you've got a chance.
The Lions have 4 guys 25 to 40 yards from the line of scrimmage. Darnold.
Now wait, Darnold, go throw it.
Absolutely no rush by the Lions. Darnold throws short to the 45.
Tackled at the 50.
Cannot get outside and get out of bounds. 6, 5, 4, 3,
they spike
2.
it.
Darnold clocked it with a second to go. Flag comes in.
The flag?
Darnold clocked it from the 50, which would be a 67-yard try by Bill Reichert. Just in case. Now, Clay Martin, very frustrated at these Lions. He's telling them all to get back on the sideline. They ran on the field.
Is saying we're at 0-0 here.
Jake Bates, holy cow. 44-yard field goal.
And obviously a flag as well.
Lions a 31-29 lead. This penalty is going to go against the Vikings. The game is over.
Penalty on the Vikes. This game goes final. Shit, y'all.
Clay Martin, settle festivities? Or is it?
We have a live ball in legal formation, offense number 71.
Yeah.
As he was lined up in the backfield.
Okay.
It's a 5-yard penalty. First down. We'll replay it now. The ball hit the ground with 1 second on the clock.
So they're saying there is one more down.
Wow. One play from the original line of scrimmage, right? Or even 5 yards back. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why they're marching it. All our guys are.
Yeah,
Bradbury's going all the way back to the original line of scrimmage. It's like, no, it's 5 yards from the first down mark.
So it's
one untimed down.
Vikings,
yeah.
Which would make it a 72-yard field goal try.
Let him kick it.
So inclined. And they'll scrimmage from the left hash.
Why not let him kick it?
31-29 Lions. O'Connell keeping the offense on the field. From their own 45, heading to the west side of U.S. Bank Stadium. The Lions have both their safeties, Kirby Joseph and Brian Branch, in the end zone. Another 4 guys 35 yards from the line of scrimmage. And they rush 5.
Darnold is sacked.
And that's the ball game.
Shit.
The Detroit Lions beat the Minnesota Vikings 31-29 and have claimed first place in the NFC North. David Koob is our statistician. Koob's key to the game. Ivan Pace Jr.
All right, so their records will be tied, but the Lions, based on tiebreakers, will take the lead in the NFC North. 31-29 is your final. Valhalla Sports Talk wants to thank everybody for joining us today on the stream. I want to do a shout out to Miss Gracie. Thank you to the moderators. Thank you to the V-Homies and the Berserkers.
29.
And I'll be back at 5 Pacific Standard Time for Dodgers versus Mets as the Dodgers try to punch their ticket to the Fall Classic. We'll see you in a while, everybody. Valhalla Sports Talk off the air.
Won a Super Bowl. Today's game was produced by Chad Abbott and Chris Hockey, on-site producer, engineer Jared Wells, master control supervisor, it's Zacho. Zach Halverson with terrific work today. Production coordinator Diego, highlight coordinators Max Fuller, and Kara Savage. Thank you, Kara Savage. David Koob is the statistician and spotter. And for Ben Lieber and Pete Bursich, I'm Paul Allen. Bad news today, first time all season, the Vikings take an L. 31-29 Detroit. From Minneapolis, thank you very much for listening. This is Minnesota Vikings football.
Vikings.